You're muted, Kush. You're muted. You're muted, Kush. Kush, you're muted. Kush, you're muted.
No! Oh
And you forgot the intro. Yo, hey, he's rusty. Hey.
No. The intro wasn't forgotten. Trust, because we play it after we do a little talking.
Nah, you're right.
Just
You're
like
right.
we did
You're
last
right.
time. Just like we did last time. But we're going to pretend none of that happened. We're going to pretend none of that happened. All right, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, YouTube? I still forgot my intro, bro. What did I used to say? What's up, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's your boy Kush, back at it again with KB. Is that actually you, or is that like a fake you? Like how there was a fake me in your stream the other day, bro?
That's you, no, right? That's me. That's me. I got the wrench there.
Doppelganger. There was a doppelganger of me running around in KB's stream on Sunday, bro. But what's up,
yo,
how y'all doing?
And he got away with it because that whole day I thought it was you. I swear. I was like, yo.
I got into the StreamYard studio and I saw it in the chat and I'm like, who in the world is that, bro? Genuinely.
Hey, how many of you guys remember when in Hub's intro when he used to say Rumble subscribers? Hey.
Oh,
the Rumble days.
My Rumble channel still exists. Now that you remind me about that. Yo. Also, for some reason, okay, so this is just a quick note, KB. It said the live stream to Twitter failed because I need a premium account on X. I didn't know that. So apparently I need a premium account to stream on
I didn't know. Yeah, I'm a blue check mark dude. Yeah.
You are. Right. Yeah, you've had it for a minute now too. So that's probably why it just slipped your mind. You've had it for a minute.
And I still can't get monetized yet because you need to engagement farm like a motherfucker to get improved.
Bro, listen. So first off, let's shout out everybody in the chat right now. I see Nova, I see Yuvraj, Kyle Cruz, LGZ, Daniel Berry, Kashif. I'm sorry if I can't remember how to pronounce it, my boy. And that Isaac, we got all the original people in here. I want to say once again, it's only the second week back, but thank you guys again for coming back, for supporting your boy. I'm officially back. It's just gonna take a little bit for me to work my way back into things. I'm gonna start off streaming. KB's already up on it. He already knows. Thank you guys for coming in. Real quick, we must pay respects to our Lord and Savior, the last true New York Giant, great Eli Manning. He's going to be joining us on every one of these streams. No other
Manning cast segment.
On no other New York Giants stream by fans will you ever see Eli Manning appear.
Bro, we should clickbait the fuck out of our podcast and put featuring Eli Manning.
Featuring Eli Manning. I'm not lying. That's
guest
his
Eli Manning
autograph right there, buddy. That's his. That's why this is framed. That is his signature. Okay?
That's dope. That's written? That's written on there?
Listen, they don't gotta know that, bro. You blowing the spot up, bro.
You should have played it off.
God, man. God damn it. Anyway, guys, listen. Oh yeah, I told KB this as well. We could actually be a little loosey-goosey on the podcast for a minute because YouTube demonetized your boy. All right?
We gotta get our boy back, bro. Oh, by the way, they actually took out that rule that you can't curse in the beginning first minutes of your stuff. They took it off this year, so you could.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not like we cuss a lot. Like we still.
We don't. We get passionate. We get passionate.
You get passionate though, yeah. But that's pretty.
It's still It's still family friendly. You know, sometimes you see your football games and they curse in the football games. You know, you hear a fan or a player curse. You know, that's like 100%. Us. Yeah, we're still family friendly. Yeah.
But listen, yeah, they demonetized your boy because they said I was off YouTube for too long. I wasn't even actually off YouTube that long because like I did things intermittently. But I'm like, all right, YouTube, what's the reapplication process? I'm thinking I was already a guy that's been on YouTube, that's had a channel for so many years. It would just be I need to be back for a little bit, and then they give it back to me. No, guys, it's literally the same process as when you start from scratch.
That's crazy. You have to apply and everything back again.
And everything, and I think it's like you have to get 1,000 watch hours, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, it took me
streaming helps with that though.
Streaming does help with that, but it took me close to a year, I think, KB, to get to monetize on YouTube when I first started. I'm like, I don't care if it takes me that long again because I enjoy doing it.
It won't. Watch, we're gonna get Kush back at it, guys, and you guys gotta support. But we're gonna get Kush back at it, making that YouTube cash. All right.
Yeah. Listen,
we got
YouTube. Bro said he been demonetized for 6 years. Wow.
That's why I'm in YouTube retirement.
Shout out to Calvin and Optimus Prime. That's the sound, right? That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Dude did it in the zesty version. Why you say
you make it. You do the sound, bro. I did not do that, bro.
You did. There's no G. There's no GU sound in there.
It's
okay.
Like,
it's a wah.
Nobody said wah.
But you just said guac, bro. That man just did the Gawk 3000 in Optimus Prime version, bro. In a Transformers version.
All right, bro. Listen.
Damn.
Guys, these are the topics for tonight. Let me move my big ass head out the way. We got the Washington recap. We're happy now. We're gonna be really sad and angry very soon. Trust me. Then we got, of course, like I think the two obvious questions following up Washington is Russell Wilson going to be benched soon? I think, yeah, but we'll get more into it. Pass rush changes, more like just what the hell is the pass rush? That's genuinely what that topic is going to be about. Obviously, a little bit of Cowboys preview, and then like last week, a little bit of a week 2 NFL preview. We have a little bit more time this week. We were kind of on a time crunch last week, so we don't necessarily got to, rush through things, but at the same time, you know us, we like to keep it around 90 minutes because we don't like to take up too much of y'all time. So we'll see how it goes. With all that being said, KB, now we gonna roll the intro and we gonna get right to it. All right, man. That intro is, I love that, man. I love that so much.
Love it.
But this is crazy. If you look at this picture, KB,
I didn't
last year.
Somebody caught a picture of that? Oh, snap.
That's it's crazy. Look at the uniform. That's from last year. But it's the same thing this year, bro. It looks
exactly like, I know.
I feel like that perfectly ties into the Giants got shellacked by the Washington Commanders. All right. And the crazy thing is, me and KB, we were on his channel, doing our live commentary / reaction, getting back to things. KB made a point of it. For most of that game, it was attainable. It was attainable, but much like the Giants have been over the past 10 years or so, I'd say whenever you're down by one score, it feels like you're down by 20-something, genuinely, because no matter what, they make it so hard on themselves to score compared to every other team in the league. I don't know how or why. It's like they're playing in the last century and not even like the 90s. It feels like they're playing in the 60s or something.
Yeah.
And the offensive line looked bad. The quarterback looked bad. The scheme looked bad. The defense was super disappointing. Although I would say neither me or KB are necessarily surprised because we both had questions about Shane Bowen. We both were like, I don't know why they brought this guy back. And I'll open it up with this question and let you take the floor, KB. It was a question that you asked myself at the end of our stream on Sunday. Was there any good takeaways from this game?
Any good takeaways from this game? Well, I could tell you that Malik Neighbors is still him no matter who's at quarterback. I mean, he still found a way to get 71 yards out of that game. When I looked at the stat line, I'm like, oh my God, did he really get that much?
I genuinely was wondering that. Yeah.
71 yards. And he had some good plays too. And, he was able to get open a lot, even when the ball wasn't thrown to him. So, I mean, Malik Neighbors is always a good highlight. I mean, Brian Burns had 2 sacks. That's your guy. Always been your guy, Brian Burns. But besides that, I mean, usually we could point out a good spot with Dexter Lawrence. Man, Dexter Lawrence was invisible that game.
The guy that I'm wearing right now. Shout out to KB. He got me this jersey, guys, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Genuinely, where was he? No, like, forget the happiness. Why are you smiling? This man was missing, bro. We need to
because those were in the good times, man. Bro. Those were the good times.
We need to put an Amber Alert. I know that he had apparently, like, his wife is close to giving birth. Congratulations to you and your wife, you and your family, Dexter Lawrence. Did she give birth during the game? Because you weren't there, my guy. You were nowhere to be seen. You were missing.
It's
Dexter
crazy, too.
Freaking Lawrence. Especially a guy, KB, that there's no argument to be made for Dexter Lawrence being one of the best, if not the best defensive tackles in the league. But 2 years ago, before, he really convinced everybody, who we were arguing against, KB? Washington fans at Daron Payne, and Daron Payne looked way better than Dexter Lawrence on Sunday. What?
And Daron Payne was lining up everywhere. He was lining up like 5 technique, like a defensive end. Like, he was everywhere, and he looked really good, too. Dexter Lawrence, I haven't looked at the defensive film yet, but Dexter Lawrence was absolutely invisible. And not only that, like, noticeably bad because they were able to run in between the tackles on our defensive line, our so-called good defensive line, to the point where like Bobby Okereke had the most tackles, like I think the second most tackles in his career in this game, because the running backs were constantly getting to the second level and the linebackers had to make the tackles in between the tackles. Like that shouldn't be the case when you have Dexter Lawrence there. I remember a couple times in the game where I seen him miss a couple of tackles on the running back too. So it's like, damn, what is going on with Dexter? Now, Dexter Lawrence is coming back from an injury, right? He had a season-ending injury last year, and he's back. I know I kind of forgot about that because he is Dexter Lawrence, but like at the same time, bro, I don't think we've ever seen Dexter Lawrence in a game
even
where
in
we
his
don't
rookie year,
notice him.
He didn't look like he was this much of a non-factor.
And
You just
yeah,
completely
there's just
reminded
never
me.
been a point there's never been a game since Dexter Lawrence, probably since 2022, where I was like, yo, where was Dexter Lawrence? Like, he's always there, even in the games we get demolished. Like, he's always doing something. It wasn't in this game at all.
And like I said, I won't sit here and lie to y'all, Chad. I think we don't do that here on Young Guns. We don't cap. KB completely reminded me, clean out my mind. I forgot this man's coming off an injury. Completely right. That could be it. I see Yuvraj also pointed out in the chat that he did nothing this spring and summer. He's rusty AF. Was that spring and summer all recovery? I'm not sure. I didn't keep up that much with what Dexter Lawrence was doing.
They gave him a lot of rest because of the recovery. And on top of that, like, does he really need to practice? I guess if he is that rusty, I guess yes. But I didn't want to risk him getting hurt again.
I thought you were going to be an Aaron Donald level player, bro. Like, and I'm not exaggerating. That's how dominant he is at nose tackle. Ooh, we're going to get into this, man. Shade. Don't you worry, guys. We're going to get into Shane Bowen. The entire game, I was tweeting, fire Shane Bowen. When I really want to tweet, hashtag another 4-letter word that ended with E, Shane Bowen. But I can't do that because I'll probably go to jail. But I do not like this man. And we'll get to that. The offense, let's get back to the offensive side for a bit, KB. You mentioned, you haven't had the time yet, and I'm sure you will. So guys, go over to his channel, check out whenever he does go into a little bit of the film from this game. Let's talk about what we just saw with our eyes. Let's talk about how the offensive line was. Because the offensive line last year, for the first 6 weeks when Andrew Thomas was healthy, was not that bad. And we brought that up as a talking point last week when we're like, if we could see that again, this should be an average offensive line, which is all you need in the NFL to get some plays going and to score more than 6 points a game. To be quite frank with you, this offensive line looks so bad. I'm genuinely surprised because, I've been going through, all the reaction articles from NFL Week 1. I'm genuinely surprised they weren't ranked as the worst unit in the league. I think the Texans were still ranked ahead of them. We still really? Not company.
Yes! Yes!
We were not the worst offensive line. I think I saw the Texans, but I think we were like 31 or 30. It's like,
oh my goodness.
But how, KB? How? We saw this is the same people from last year. The only person that's different is you got James Hudson in there. If Andrew Thomas is in there, I don't think Andrew Thomas is that great of a player, and he's a great player to where he's going to make them look way better than what they looked on Sunday.
Yeah, and listen, even if Andrew Thomas was there, a lot of that pressure was coming from the interior. There was not much Andrew Thomas was going to do anyway. Like, James Hudson was terrible. Like, a couple of glimpses I saw of the film, I saw some random pass rusher that they got from Chicago that Washington has now named Jacob Martin, if that's even his name. Looked like Von. I thought that was Von Miller. I kid you not. I thought it was Von. I didn't know what number Von Miller wore. I had to look at him like, is that Von Miller? No, Von Miller wears 24 or some stupid number like that. This guy 55 was like hitting a freaking dip move and looking like generational pass rusher on James Hudson. He was terrible. Jermaine Luminor had some wins. He was clearly the best offensive lineman we had out there, and it showed because he had some wins. But the interior, oh my god, JMS. I'm already seeing some of the comments.
Yeah, a couple people already commented on it. Yep.
JMS. Oh my god. Like, I don't even feel happy saying I was right anymore. Like how much I didn't like him. Yo, get this guy off my football team. I made a comment last night when the Eagles made the trade for Tank Bigsby, and I said we're a team that will not give competition to a center who we drafted That is terrible, horrible. Won't give him competition, free agency, the draft, nothing. For 2 years straight, there was no competition for JMS. They just gave him the role, and he's been struggling ever since. But the Eagles trade for a depth running back when they literally have the best running back in the NFL. That's the difference between good teams and bad teams. You can't just wait. You can't just wait to every offseason to make adjustments, and then if you don't make adjustments at that position, you say, oh, let's wait till the next offseason. You can't do that. Like, the Giants need to do something at center. You know what they did? You know what they did throughout the week? They signed some. I saw you tweet about it. If for anybody that doesn't know, they signed a center that was cut from the Texans practice squad. Oh my God!
My literal reaction tweet was cut from the Texans.
The Texans, who have a worse offensive line than us, didn't make the team, and the Giants said, "Oh man, we got to do something right now. JMS is not good. Let's sign this random dude off the." Oh my! Did you see his college bio as well?
No, what is it, dog?
It's something that said like, "Oh, he only allowed 24 sacks in 14 games." Or was it opposite? Only allowed 14 sacks in 24. Something like that. I mean, only.
He's gotta be trolling, bro. He's got to be trolling. Now look at me.
I swear I saw it. I swear somebody posted it. Somebody posted his college stat, and then the bio said his school website. It said the bio said he only allowed this many sacks. I think it was like 24 in 14 games. I swear.
Do you know how bad you gotta be? Do you know how a 2-pack of ass you gotta be to be cut from the Texans like squad as an offensive lineman? When they need offensive linemen, probably more than us. Listen, do I hope this guy comes in and proves me wrong? Yes, but I'm not saying any of that because y'all should be smart enough to realize that's what we hope. I got no hope though. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Nope.
And KB, I'm glad that you took the turn into this. Based off the JMS comment, and even though yes, most of the stuff was coming from the line, we're gonna take a slight tangent, guys, from talking about this offensive line because I didn't make specific topics for this, but let's talk about Brian Dable and Joe Schoen. Let's start off with Joe Schoen because this first falls at your feet, Brand. Joe. The only reason I'm not tweeting at your son right now is because that would actually make me a terrible person, and I'm not. I try to be a good person.
Yo, poor
I try
Carson,
to be the best
bro.
person I can.
Poor
Carson Schoen, you need to private your Twitter account, little buddy. People will come after you.
He's actually like a good quarterback. He's actually a quarterback for one of the best high schools in the nation. Like,
don't let the propaganda get to you, bro. All right, don't let the Shane propaganda get to you.
Carson Shane to the Giants. Carson Shane Giants draft 2030 or whatever it's gonna be.
Guys, it's gonna be like 2032 or something crazy, man. But Joe Shane, let's start off with you, and let's start off right there, KB. A point you brought up 3 times just in the past week. First on last week's episode, I'm pretty sure you brought it up. Then during the game, and I think you definitely brought up on the roundtable stuff you do with the other guys. The fact that there was no competition brought in for JMS, we could take that, step back for a second. The fact that the same exact offensive line is returning from last year, take another step back. You spent the money on James Hudson. Take another step back.
Oh my God.
You've been here for 4 years, and the offensive line is just as bad, if not worse, than when you got here. Let's talk about Joe Schoen.
Joe Schoen, I will say that Joe Schoen is a better GM than Dave Gettleman. However, their offensive line tendencies are just like the same thing. Like I equate like, let's say like GVR to like Patrick Omame. Well, Patrick Omame got a bigger contract, and then like John Runyon to like Mark Glowinski. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like the same type of moves. Now Joe Schoen did actually get a good tackle. We'll say this.
I can't believe I'm giving credit to Gettleman because he did draft Thomas, but that's not even what I was going to bring up.
True,
but he did draft Thomas. What I was going to bring up, was it signed Kevin Zeitler or and then traded him away anyway.
He did.
He got Kevin Zeitler, which was great, and Zeitler is one of the best offensive linemen in the NFL
Zeitler was part of a trade. Zeitler was part of a trade with Olivier Vernon.
He got him. Either way, he got him, and then he got rid of him. So I guess maybe the credit goes out the window. But that's more than what Shane has done. Genuinely, it's more than what Joe Schoen has done.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, like Joe Schoen didn't draft a like top 5 tackle, right? Like Dave Gettleman did. He did sign Jermaine Illuminor, which is probably the best free agent offensive lineman we've had in a while, and Dave Gettleman hasn't signed, a better one, but he did trade for Kevin Zeitler, so you're right there. But like they're like exactly the same as far as their offensive line goes, especially the interior of the offensive line. Like, my goodness, why are we so cursed that we always have a terrible offensive line no matter what we do? You know how many teams, Kush, do you know how many teams get away with having a bad offensive line? Seattle did it for years. Seattle did it
just last year. They did it just last year with Geno.
Yeah. That's
and
crazy.
Maybe that's
all of Russell Wilson's career, they had a terrible offensive line. Like,
I'll say this, KB. Maybe that does speak to Geno, because I think Geno is better than people think he is, which is crazy to say in the year 2025. But I genuinely think that he is better than what people think he actually is. So that speaks a little bit to that too. It also speaks to how the hell the offense works, which we're gonna get to Brian Dable in a second and Mike Kafka. But it speaks to that too. Oh, Ben Bredeson. Thank you, for pointing that out. I think. Did he get rid of Zeitler for Bredeson? Because we got Bredeson from the Ravens. Now, Bredeson wasn't nearly...
Did we get Zeitler? We give Zeitler away, then we got Billy Price or something like that? We traded away B.J. Hill?
No, because...
Am I getting my timeline mixed up?
B.J. Hill went to the Bengals. We got Price. We traded, I'm pretty sure, Zeitler to the Ravens. We got maybe a pick and Bredeson back. Now, Bredeson is not as good as Zeitler, but Bredeson was good. He was serviceable. And yeah, we should have kept him last year. Basically, anybody, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys I watch film and I know the ins and outs, the X's and O's like that, but any Giants content creator that did, like Bobby Skinner, I'm pretty sure he's one of the guys that was like, yeah, keep Ben Bredeson. He was our most versatile offensive lineman, especially on the interior, which we could damn sure use now. Too. Let him walk a couple years ago, or just didn't bring him back, whatever the case is.
And guess what? He's still a starter on a very high-powered Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. Ben Bredeson is still there. It's crazy. He may not be. He's probably the worst offensive lineman they have on that line, but he's still there.
Yeah. And then, thank you for the correction, Kashif. Drafted JMS. I mean, we were just talking about how bad JMS is, and is it just me, or does he genuinely seem to regress each year? It's like each year you've gotten worse and worse.
He like his rookie year, he showed flashes, but you know how the Giants rookies go. They always, like, even Andrew Thomas graded out terribly, but has showed flashes. But like, I'm thinking like, oh, he'll just ramp it up. And like I said, I always say I was never a fan of JMS. I hated him. But yeah, and he's gotten worse. You know what? It's just his reaction time. It's like he just. Like, by the time he even registers what's going on, there's a defensive tackle, like, already running past him. Like, I don't understand. His feet do not move. They're like stone feet. They don't move. So, he's not agile. I wouldn't say he's strong. He gets pushed back everywhere. I don't know what his... I really don't understand. This even falls on Brian Dable, too, because he's the coach. He's the one saying who makes the roster, who's going to be utilized, whatever. Why... was there no competition for JMS his entire time here? Rookie year, sophomore, junior. We're in his fourth season now, right? Our third season? Third season.
Third, yeah.
We're in his third season. Not once have we gotten competition for this guy. I get year one, because he was a second round pick. People thought that, he was going to be a day one starter, and he was. Okay, he struggled. No competition for him the second year. What about this year? Not even a free agent signing, a depth piece, free agent signing, a guy that everybody could root for, maybe a really good backup center.
We have to focus. We have to focus in on how nothing's been done to this offensive line for 2 years, basically. 2 years straight, there's been nothing done. Yeah. And I'm not gonna sit here and do revisionist history on me and KB. Yeah, there's times where moves were made where both of us were like, "Hey, that's good. That's not pretty bad." We're proven wrong. That's why we're fans. Here's the thing. He's the expert, bro.
Here's the thing. Like, we can root for anything we want. At the end of the day, me and you can't dictate how these guys are developing. If they're not developing, you got to move on from them. Like, I don't know about you. I was a huge Deonte Banks guy.
I remember you
I
compared him
won.
to at least coming out of college. Nobody is saying KB said he was going to be this guy, but coming out of college, you were drawing comparisons to Marlon Humphrey, I think it was, right?
Yeah, I mean, I liked him as much as like I really liked him. Like I always like I know there was flaws, but like I had him up there with like one of my favorite cornerbacks that I've watched, and I like Deontay Banks. I rooted for him. Even now, I'm like, yeah, Deontay Banks, sit your ass down. I mean, Cordell Flott's playing better than you. You know what I'm saying? So like, even as fans, like at the end of the day, we can root for a player. We could be wrong about a player, whatever. You guys can trash us or whatever. At the same time, it's on the coaching staff and the GM.
Great transition. Great transition. Let's get into the coaching staff. Let's get into the coaching staff because we didn't spend too much time on Joe Schoen, but like we all acknowledge this man hasn't brought in any talent that's paid off. He hasn't drafted anybody that's paid off. He hasn't traded for anybody that's paid off. Matter of fact, I changed my mind, KB, because I brought up the word traded. Joe Schoen, you have me questioning your ability for about 2 years now because it's like 2 straight years, KB, that there's players on this team that should be traded, that could be traded for assets, that we have tons of rumors other teams want to trade assets for them, and you stand pat and don't do anything with them. What the hell is that about? Do you not know how to make a trade, bro? Like, genuinely, they're not doing anything. That's the thing. You keep players that don't do anything and that you know are not going to do anything, but you let guys like Xavier McKinney walk in free agency without going up to them and offering them a contract.
I don't know what is this sense. Like, okay, I will always respect for a businessman. I will always respect a businessman when they keep, like, they stand firm on what they believe, right? I respected that with Joe Schoen, even though I didn't necessarily agree. You guys know that I didn't mind getting rid of Saquon, whatever. But the whole Xavier McKinney thing, it was clear Joe Schoen was not interested. It was clear that Joe Schoen was not interested in bringing him back, so he kind of was firm on that, like, oh, all right, we'll let you walk, whatever. But there comes a time where like the air is like turning into arrogance at this point where it's like, bro, Jalen Hyatt didn't even take a snap in this game. I don't know if he dressed. I think he dressed. Squad, bro. I think he dressed, but he didn't show up. He didn't even play special teams. Like he got 0 snaps. He was on the bench the entire time. And you're telling me that you fielded trade offers and didn't take any of them? Like, get rid of Jalen Hyatt. Like, what do we have him for, bro? We could have find a team that had a decent backup center that we can grab up, and I would trade Jalen Hyatt right now for one, you know. And then now I love Daniel Bellinger. I think he should be the starter on this team. But if you're not using Daniel Bellinger, and you don't feel like you're going to use Daniel Bellinger, and people want to trade for him, like, try to make this team better. If you're not going to utilize the pieces that you have. We drafted 3
straight tight ends, bro.
Yeah, I know.
We drafted 3 straight tight ends.
Fedoni didn't even dress. I made
this tweet.
He was inactive.
It's not even a positive. But the joke I made is that I'm glad that all Giants fans are on the same page about one thing, and that is that Daniel Bellinger should be the starting tight end on this team. I don't know why the hell Joe Schoen has been trying to replace him every year since he drafted him. It's not like he's a Dave Gettleman draft pick. He showed out in his rookie year. You try to replace him with Theo Johnson. I don't know what in the world they see in Theo Johnson. I don't see it. And Theo Johnson didn't show me anything in his rookie year.
The guy got poked in his eye in his rookie year to the point where like it cracked. Didn't he like fracture him?
It fractured like one of the bones right around here.
Yeah. And he came back the same year and still played well. Like nothing ever happened. He did nothing wrong. And on top of that, he caught his only target, and it was a nice pass in this game. He caught his only target. Like, he doesn't drop anything. You throw Daniel Bellinger the ball, and he's going to catch it. Theo Johnson, one play that I was able to review on film.
Theo Johnson shows me something, you're not better than Daniel Bellinger. Daniel Bellinger has showed me a lot more.
He's more athletic, and that's it. He's more like Theo is more athletic, and that's it. Like, I don't depend on Theo Johnson. And on top of that, sure, you would want a athletic tight end, sure. But is that really what you're looking for in a tight end? I want a guy that's dependable on the underneath routes to get short yardage and stuff like that. Like, I don't need Theo Johnson or I don't need my tight end to be like Travis Kelce or something like that. Like, they're trying to make Theo Johnson do, like lining him up in the slot and stuff like that. Like, he's not that guy. He really isn't. So
shout out to Abrar and Ronnie and shout out to everybody coming in here. Listen, you were saying, if they think they're not going to use Daniel Bellinger and like he's just sitting here much like Jalen Hyatt, get some assets for him. I think you should trade Theo Johnson, and because you just got Thomas Fedoni as well, man. And this brings to another point, KB. Like, where you're bringing in talent that don't do anything. The talent you have on this roster that is doing stuff, it has to be the worst case of mismanagement I've seen in my life. We already talked about him letting Saquon walk. We don't need to beat that horse to death. It's already been beaten to death 10 times over. But yes, he let the most talented running back in the NFL walk. Saquon went to a better situation. Offensive Player of the Year, won Super Bowl with that team. The more egregious thing that we both agree is that he let Xavier McKinney walk for basically nothing. And then you have players. The reason I bring this up is because now you have players like Daniel Bellinger, who to the fans at least is clearly a better option than what you got out there. I can see it. You're going to let him walk for nothing. You're going to let somebody that is the best tight end on our squad walk for nothing. And they probably don't even want to come back because I don't. How would you feel as Daniel Bellinger? Like you said, you got poked in your eye socket so hard that it broke a bone in your rookie year. You came back in the same calendar year, still had a good year, and they're trying to replace you every year. You're not going to want to stay here, dog. You genuinely think you're going to want to stay here? That could be applied to several players on our squad. Let's go to Mr. Brian Daboll, bro. Offensive guru? You're supposed to be an offensive guru, man.
It's crazy. It really is. Offensive, like this is an offensive-minded team. Like this is the same offensive coordinator, like play designer that like was part of one of the best games I've ever watched. The
game that literally got him hired. I think we could all say that.
Yeah, the game that got him hired, even though they lost that game, was still absolute cinema. And that was the game that said, Brian Daboll, you're our coach. Like, you know what I mean? And 2022 started off well. But I will say, Mike Kafka, you're the play caller now. This isn't just on Brian Daboll. Sure, you're using his playbook. You're the play caller now.
It's not his first time being the play caller either.
Exactly. And for 2 years, we had fans trying to make you back the play caller again. For 2 years, everybody wanted you to be a play caller again. Now you are subject to scrutiny. Why our first play from the 5-yard line or whatever inside the 5, we run a rollout to our 5th round rookie tackle? That's on the other side of the field. He had to go around. He had to run an over route. Like, he wasn't even on the same side of the line. He had to come to the other side of the end zone. And he was the only target. Kush, if you watch the play, he's the only target. There's no other target. He's the only guy. The first play.
I got you.
Come on, you motherfucker. Ah, shit. God damn it. Same shit, different day.
For the Giants yearly opener, for the Giants yearly performance, for the Giants week in, week out, but also for the Giants offense. Remember when, I'm pretty sure Joe Judge was the coach when this happened, and we threw a touchdown to Andrew Thomas, the Giants throwing passes to their offensive linemen, something they're known for, man.
My goodness.
Oh my God. Listen, and I saw somebody in the chat brought up, Hub, he had Josh Allen. It's not somebody necessarily in the scheme for. I'm not in the mood to defend Brian Daboll, but I will say this. I do think he had a hand in developing Josh Allen. Josh Allen was not who he was today for the entirety of his career. He was a super raw project prospect. I got to say he had a hand in that because he was there, but I'm not going to say that his success there was all him. It 100% is some of that talent that Josh Allen is, because Josh Allen is a generational QB. Damn, KB. We really got scammed, bro. Did we really get scammed? Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, when Brian Daboll was the play caller, ain't nothing happened. It was one of the worst offenses in the league. When Mike Kafka was the play caller in 2022, it was the best year we had. It was good. But you also had Saquon Barkley opening up things for you. And that was until I would say last year, obviously, with the Eagles, where he was in the best situation he could be. I think 2022 was the best year Saquon Barkley had other than his rookie year. Like that, that's just a fact. And that, of course,
we were the 3rd-ranked rushing offense that year.
And that helped the offense go. And then every other year since, it's like, Daboll, I think you're really a fraud, bro. I think you're really a fraud because you see, it's not just fans. You got some people that are like higher up, some former NFL players. Everything is suggesting, especially when we come back to the offensive line, KB, they're like, as you said, teams get away with bad offensive lines. Part of that is the scheme, bro. Part of that is how you had these guys playing, what you got them doing. Like, what's going on there, man? I know you ain't had a chance yet to look too deep into it, but what you got for me?
I don't got much. Well, what did you say? The defense?
No, the offensive line is
Oh, the
affected by
offensive line. Oh,
whatever this
yeah.
scheme is and this play calling
Oh,
is.
yeah. I kind of spoke about it already with the offensive line. But it's putrid. Like I have how many plays did I write down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10 plays that I wrote down to go over later. But so I probably looked at maybe 30 plays at this point. But it's bad. Like Russell Wilson had no time like at all. But I mean, well, I'm sure
We're
we'll
gonna
get
get to
to Russell
Wilson
Wilson.
too.
Yeah,
We'll get
I'm
to
sure we're gonna
Wilson.
get. But we're gonna focus on the offensive line. But Russell Wilson had like no time at all. Like you would see, he would drop back and already have pressure in his face. Already have
Pocket is done.
pocket is done. Like he can't, to the point where he can't even step up in the pocket to like try to extend the play. And we know like he's old. He's 36 years old. He's not the old Russell Wilson. He's not going to get out the pocket and extend the play like he used to do back in Seattle. Like that's not there to happen. And the interior just broke out. Like we talked about, JMS absolutely terrible. James Hudson absolutely terrible. James Hudson,
The run game is non-existent.
12. Run game non-existent. Oh yeah, it looks even worse. When I tell you now, the very short amount of runs that I've seen, we were running like a lot of gap scheme stuff, which I question a lot, because the Giants, especially Brian Dable, are a zone running team. Like we run zone runs. Like we run a lot of wide zone, outside zone stuff to give our running back some space to make some decisions and find a hole. Like it was very messy the way we started off this game in the run, because that's the only part I got up to, is like how we started the game with the run. Like it was just a lot of gap scheme stuff, like a lot of duo, but Washington had us figured out. Like they would send their linebackers immediately, and our offensive linemen had no chance. Like they would constantly spread their fronts as well, so they would have like a wide stunt where it was nearly impossible for Jermaine Illuminor and Greg Van Roten to really contain it, because they were just spreading out our offensive line and stunting inside, and there was just nothing for them to do. They just were not prepared. And it looked like Washington just completely out-schemed the Giants in the trenches as far as their defensive line and our offensive line goes. So, I mean, like nobody looked good. Runyon didn't look good. Now, there are some plays where you see like GVR move someone out the way here and there, but like there were some plays that I have that literally everybody lost their rep. Everybody lost their one-on-one. Like, how can you expect to run an offense like that? You can't.
I remember seeing like ball snap. Oh, it's like the Stewie Griffin meme from the guy. Ball snap. Oh, there's nobody blocking. Like that's what it felt like for a handful of plays, genuinely speaking. And then on top of that, KB, the man in the picture here, the only man we're talking about, the only generational talent we still got left, I guess, Malik Neighbors, rightfully so, getting pissed off on the sideline, rightfully so, with Brian Dable. And I saw, shout out to Authentic. I'm sure you guys all know him. He was really the only person I saw tweeting this out, how he's like, he thinks Malik Neighbors purposely ignored Brian Dable's outstretched hand for a dap up. I agree with him.
I would say so. I think
that
that
was like in his helmet, bro. He did not see that. He was ignoring it. And
yeah, it was definitely in his field of view.
Yeah, you know what's funny? We saw on Hard Knocks last year. And oh my God, we're on in-season Hard Knocks again this year.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Great.
No.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing. When does
forgot about that.
When does
Damn,
episode
we do
one
have
come
Hard
out?
Knocks. Hey, at least we have content, guys. We love the content, baby. Give me all the content.
We're so cooked. As the title says, it's so over. It's never been more over than it is right now. All right? Listen, we saw in Hard Knocks when they were doing the draft process with Malik. Do you remember, KB, where Brian Dable asked him, how are you going to be if you don't get the ball, if you don't get targeted early? And Malik said, I'm going to be pissed. And Dable was like, I like that.
Yeah,
that's
I like
what I need.
Yeah, I need a dog out
buddy?
there.
That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening.
Here's the thing. I hope Brian Dable is ready, like for Malik's. And I heard this. We had the roundtable earlier. I did a show at the roundtable and we talked about it, and Malik Neighbors got brought up. And I understand how frustrated he is. And listen, I'm so much more mature now when it comes to, like, remember the Odell situation?
Yeah.
I'm welcoming it. Like, I want him to have that fire. Like, I want him to get upset. I want him to, like, get disrespectful a bit, because first of all, he's a wide receiver. He's a diva. I mean, they kind of get away with that. And that almost forces it's gonna force something to change. You know what I mean? Having Malik Neighbors as good, like, it would be different if, like, freaking Wan'Dale Robinson was doing this. You know what I mean? Like he's not the star. Malik Neighbors doing this, similar to like how Odell was doing it, forces change. You remember when Odell did that, when he first did that, that was against Carolina Panthers. Okay, that was the Josh Norman game when they were going at it, hitting each other and stuff like that. Do you guys remember how we almost, that was Carolina's Super Bowl year. We almost beat that team. We came back from like a 20-something point deficit. We wound up losing 38-35, some crazy score like that, because Odell was catching his temper tantrum, sure, but he was firing up everybody on the sideline, forcing everybody to care. He told, you guys
KB?
Don't care.
Guess what, KB? I agree with everything you said. To add on to it, you know what they did in response, though? What we did when we had our last generational talent? Oh no, I was gonna say that. Wait. No. No. Let's not go that far, all right? Especially not when
I'm telling you right now. I am scared he goes to Washington. I am so scared he goes to Washington, bro.
Until the team is turned around, I told KB this off stream on Sunday. Until this is turned around, I'm basically locking in that he's going to Washington when his rookie contract is up.
He's going straight to Jaden, bro.
I was going to say, you know what they did in response, and what we did the last time we had a generational talent at wide receiver, week in and week out, basically, they found ways to get him the ball. There were games where we had Odell, where the entire offense was get Odell Beckham Jr. the ball somehow, bro, even if it is just on a slant. Yeah. We are not doing that for Malik Neighbors. It doesn't make sense to me.
Thank you.
You have this, and you're not. You should be saying he is our entire offense. Get him the ball all the time, any way you can. And we're just not doing that. We're treating him like he is Wan'Dale. No, we're treating Wan'Dale Robinson better than him. Remember how we opened up the game? It was like 5 straight passes to Wan'Dale. I'm like, what's going on?
I was looking at this, and I was like, why aren't we doing this? And I said this in my recap video too. Like, why aren't we doing this with Malik Neighbors? Like, find any reason to give him the ball. You know what we did with Odell. We gave any little excuse to give Odell. Like, that's what I liked about Ben McAdoo. That's why Ben McAdoo wasn't a good head coach. He was a hell of an offensive coordinator.
Great offensive coordinator, yeah.
Great offensive coordinator. He knew how to use his pieces, and he used Saquon. He used Odell Beckham so well. Quick little slant, quick little bubble, quick little curl to start the game, just to get him rolling, and then you start dominating. Like, they even had Odell Beckham throwing the ball. You know, he threw a touchdown pass to Saquon Barkley in Saquon's rookie year. You find ways to give him the ball.
When I say there are games where it's literally the offensive plan is get Odell the ball, Baltimore Ravens 2016, one of my favorite Giants games that I ever watched.
That fourth down.
Baltimore Ravens 2016 is one of my favorite games also because it's literally the Odell game.
He had 200 yards.
It's literally, they're like, you are our entire team. Eli is just there. It's the only game I could be like, hey, Eli is just there to pass you the ball, buddy. He's not here for anything else. This is you. And it freaking paid off. What's that? Oh, he got something to say, bro.
Eli, special guest Eli Manning, everybody.
Well, listen, I think that you got to give credit to the guys. They really tried out there, and I think that we definitely need to get our best playmakers involved. Yeah.
Thanks, Eli. I know you're a bit too nice.
That was a great impression, because I think you should have added more uhs and ahs in there.
A little bit more uhs and ahs. Listen, that's my goat. That's my freaking goat.
As much as I love Eli Manning. As much as I love Eli Manning, even when I was a kid, I could not stand listening
his media presence or something.
His pressers. I couldn't stand. I said, "Bro, do you even speak the language?"
It's crazy because we always heard this when he was in his prime and on the Giant. Everybody's like, he's freaking hilarious. You don't really see. We didn't see it until he retired. Like, and he's freaking hilarious. But that was what I just did. That's all of Eli's press conferences, post-game press conferences wrapped into one, bro. That's it all right there. All right. I mean,
Yup.
I'm worried about Neighbors, and we need to get him the ball more. Instead, we're like, yeah, let's throw it to freaking Marcus and Bo in the end zone. Let's do a freaking tight end screen from behind the line of
Yo,
scrimmage.
we
Let's do a
used
screen to
Marcus
Wan'Dale
Bowe
Robinson.
more for silly plays than he was on the like. First of all, we used him as an extra blocker. He like he messed up that play, or he completely got Cam Scatterboo killed. And then we use him to throw him into the end zone. Like, use this guy in the offensive line. Yeah. Now, Kush. Now, I understood why they started James Hudson for this game. They had to see what they had in their $12 million swing tackle. $12 million, $6 million a year. He has the same. Oh my God, Justin Penick. Shout out to Justin Penick.
Yeah.
He posted a graph of the offensive linemen, like the performance versus pressure, whatever. Freaking James Hudson was all the way bottom left. Jermaine Illuminor was top right. Jermaine Illuminor actually apparently he graded out to have a good game.
Once again,
they're making the same. They have the same contract. They have the same contract.
Let's go back to ragging on Joe Shane for a second. Hey, dumbass. Extend your best offensive lineman that's on a deal, and tackle prices is going up by the day. All right, and then let's take a step back. Like you said, you spent $12 million on James Hudson. You spent $10 million on Russ. Imagine, like, yes, hindsight is 2020. I know somebody's gonna say that in chat. Imagine if you took that $22 million and spent it on like one really good offensive lineman or two better offensive linemen.
Now we saw what James Hudson is. Time to start the GOAT Bo. Time to start Bo.
Now, let's go to topic number 2. I just brought him up. Mr. Russell Wilson.
God, he looks depressed.
Yeah, he does. Let me bring this back up for a second because I feel like topic 2 and 3 are interchangeable in order. Do you want to go to 3 first and then 2, or do you like the order as it is right now?
However you want to go, bro. However you want to go.
All right. We'll go for Russ then. He does look depressed. I mean, he should be depressed. I think the answer to this is yes. I think we both. Unfortunately, the answer is yes. The real question is when. The real question is he going to look as bad for like the next couple weeks? But unfortunately, Russ is. Man, bro, there was some plays there. Like we brought up briefly. Yeah, the offensive line didn't do him no favors, but there was a play I remember he literally ran into a sack. And that was my reaction on stream. I watched it, and the only thing that came out of my mouth was like, oh my God, he just ran into a sack. There were plays there where, and I'm not the biggest Darius Slayton fan. I'm for times in my YouTube career, you could actually consider me a Darius Slayton hater. But there were times.
Yeah, I know. We had a whole cop pistol subplot. I think.
Yeah,
that, right?
Exactly. There were times where Slayton was actually running upfield, and Russ is already looking down. He's already looking down. He's already looking to scramble. And he's killing the pocket sooner than the pocket needs to be killed. Once again, it's already a bad pocket. But
yeah, I know the players.
Russ, I did not think you were this washed, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Even though I was the pessimistic one on last week's stream, I still said I think Russell Wilson was gonna give us what he gave us on the Steelers, and he looked better on the Steelers than he did here. I think I still think people didn't watch him last year. That's fine. That's last year. He was better there than he was week 1. And I don't know
that
what
Cincinnati
happened.
game, that first Cincinnati game, when he was with Pittsburgh, like he was fired. Like they were in a shootout that game. He had against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. You know, he was competing in that game. You know, he was going blow for blow with them. So it's like Russell Wilson wasn't that bad, but like man, it's like it's depressing. It's depressing. He was constantly under pressure. He didn't look comfortable. There were a lot of times where he was like lost. It almost like he was like looking back and forth, like, "Yo, where am I going?" Because he was trying to navigate the freaking rush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. But as far as him being benched, listen, it's gonna happen sooner rather than later because of how they're gonna hit the panic button. They're gonna go straight to Jackson Dart. Forget about Jameis Winston. He's just there for the vibes.
Let's talk about that for a second. Please, let's talk about that for a second. Mysterious one, welcome in. We actually just got done ragging on Joe Shane and Brian Dable. But KB, you signed Jameis, and at the time, before we signed Russ, I thought Jameis was going to be our starter. Well, I think it was it a couple days or a week?
Yeah, we signed Jameis first. Yeah.
And I thought he was going to be a starter, and I was fine with it because Jameis Winston is like the perfect bridge quarterback, right? Like and what Jameis does, which bring him in before Dart, please, to protect Dart, and we'll get into that. But also because he did one thing that just seems extinct from Russell Wilson's game now. Looking at the middle of the field, it seems like he has blindness. I'm speaking about Russ here. It seems like he has blindness to what's going on in the middle of the field. He was really only targeting the sidelines or those checkdowns or the screens or whatever.
You know what's crazy? A big reason for that, not to rag on us short kings, but yeah, it's because he's smaller. He's 5'10", and a lot of smaller quarterbacks always have an issue targeting the middle of the field. Now, that's never. I don't know if that's been a thing throughout his career, but that is a thing. With 5'10" quarterbacks, 5'11" quarterbacks, that they don't really hit that middle of the field because they are smaller, and so when they are faced with a huge rush, they really can't hit those, and so that's what really sucks. But that's not what Jackson Dart, like Jackson Dart would be if he's out there, or even Jameis Winston, if he's out there. I think that would change. I would have to see if there was any open routes down the middle. I haven't gone through the full thing yet, but like we'll see. I'll check on that. But man, yeah, that is a part of the reason why, and that's what sucks, having a smaller quarterback.
We thought Russ coming in. I made the joke about it last week. Oh, well, we'll get the occasional moon ball. And I feel like later in the game, he did take a shot or more, downfield, but it was really just out of desperation. Like everything that could have been a plus about Russell Wilson for week 1 of this season was non-existent, or became a minus somehow. That's another reason, like I said, not just middle of the field. I want to bring Jameson, 1, protect Dart. 2, he would actually scan the middle of the field. 3, Jameis is not afraid to sling that rock all over the field. And we need that. We need that, going back to what we were talking about with Malik Neighbors. Get Malik a real QB.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I'd rather we've had this for years. I'd rather have a gunslinger. That's what Jameis is. That's what Eli was. That's why Eli led the league in interception multiple times. I'd rather have a guy that's out there actually throwing it downfield because it makes plays happen. It makes plays happen, especially KB, when we both agree some ain't right with this coaching staff, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So Jameis, you in there, bro? Just throw it downfield when they're calling a freaking screen to Theo Johnson and they leaving you unprotected, bro. Like, just throw it to the one receiver on the right side that's running up, man. I don't know. Like, Jackson Dart coming in, KB. Tell me why this is a bad idea so early in the season.
Yeah, I don't.
And then tell me why, if you could, why it could be a good idea.
Yeah, listen, I'm trying to warm myself up to it because, listen, I'm trying to look for any hope. But my logical reasoning is telling me that this is not going to be a good idea for Jackson Dart. Now, of course, you never know how good a guy's going to be until you throw him out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. He could absolutely light it up with that offensive line. It doesn't, but I am so skeptical because us being Giants fans, we know how things don't work out in our favor. And we constantly try to force things to work out in our favor, and it winds up backfiring on us. I feel like putting Jackson Dart out there without Andrew Thomas is really going to hinder his career. It's going to get him shell-shocked like it happened to Daniel Jones and even Eli Manning at the end of his career, and it's going to hurt him as a player. Now, a lot of people can sit there and say that, oh, well, if he's really good, it shouldn't matter. Bro, you don't want to take that risk, bro. You don't want to take that risk. He might be really good, and what if throwing him out there and he gets killed constantly really affects him as a quarterback? So we've seen that multiple times with multiple quarterbacks here. So I don't want Jackson. It's crazy to say, guys. I know. I'm not sitting here saying that Russell Wilson is just far way better than Jackson Dart and he gives the best chance. I just don't want to ruin Jackson Dart. And I don't want him to start against a Dallas Cowboys defense yet that really held out there with the Eagles. With the
Super Bowl champion Eagles.
Now, Dallas didn't have a good pass rush in that game. They did not have a good pass rush.
Nah, stop that.
But against the Giants?
Against us?
But against the Giants? How many times?
Donovan Izaraku is going to look like Micah Parsons.
How many times have we seen in a game where, the announcers are saying, oh, this is a defensive line that hasn't had a sack in 3 games. They had 5 against the Giants. You know what I'm saying? It's like we always make defensive lines look good because constantly we've had bad offensive lines. So yes, even though Dallas's pass rush wasn't great against the Eagles, I'm not saying that it's not going to be good against the Cowboys, which is why I'm saying that he shouldn't start against the Dallas Cowboys. And he definitely, I don't know why everybody's trying to make this a cinema moment. He definitely should not be starting Monday night in week 3 in our home opener versus the Kansas City freaking Chiefs. No.
Imagine. Your offensive
you guys are out your freaking minds.
The worst in the league. Your offensive coordinator and offensive guru, Brian Dable, head coach, can't coach up a touchdown drive to save their life. They had 10 chances in the end zone on one drive, and they couldn't get it in. And then you're like, all right, let's get our rookie in. Monday Night Football against the greatest quarterback of our generation, against the modern day dynasty. Yeah, let's do that. You guys are stupid. I'm sorry. Anybody that wants that, I can't be with you.
And let me tell you,
I can't be with you.
And let me tell you, Kansas City is gonna be out for blood.
They're gonna be out for a bounce back
because they're gonna be.
Kansas City.
They're gonna lose
Speedy
this
Lamb
week.
is gonna torch us. I hope you know that.
Oh yeah, but against Kansas City, they're gonna lose this week against Philly. I don't think they have a chance in hell of being Philly again. Like they're not doing it. They're gonna try to get their re-up on Philly from the Super Bowl. That's not gonna happen. They don't have no receiving core at all. And they already lost to the Chargers. They are not gonna go 0-3. Kansas City will make sure that they leave MetLife with a W. Doesn't matter who is there at quarterback. They're going to make sure, and I would not want to put Jackson Dart in that situation. You're putting Jackson Dart in front of a target. Like, I'm not trying to do that to my young rookie quarterback. I am not putting Jackson Dart out there at least until Andrew Thomas is back. At least. I'm not putting, even Marcus Bowe at left tackle, I'm not putting Jackson Dart out there unless Andrew Thomas is there. Sorry.
Which is, I want to agree with you so bad, KB. I agree with, I don't want to put Jackson Dart out there. I just don't agree with the reason until we get Andrew Thomas back, because we both know Andrew Thomas is not saving this offensive line.
He's not
saving this offensive line.
But it would help because, he's a right-handed quarterback, so left tackles protect the blind side. I at least want to secure his blind side. At least. If I could plug one hole from the sinking ship, I'll do it.
Okay, you heard it here, guys. Kid Blue RB27, the plugger of holes. He said it, not me.
Absolutely.
Let me echo some comments that I'm seeing here. Which is going to be damn near impossible to get receivers open to gunsling when we can't even open the opponent's D with a run game. When the O-line is incompetent and it's pressure every single snap, we agree with you. And that goes back to coaching as well. Do we have some bums on that line? Yeah. Do we have 2 bums at the head of our offense as well? Yeah. Like, genuinely. Hey, guys, looking around the league, notice that most draft and develop their own linemen. Giants will have to do the same. There is a curse on the Giants.
They've tried.
All right.
They tried in day 3.
Yeah, they tried in day 3, but it's like, I can't even say it's lack of effort because they have, but it's clearly, listen, if you believe in the superstitious and supernatural, I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious.
You're going to bring up the...
Listen, there was a story. All right.
Let me tell you a story.
There was a story. Let me tell you a story. Back in the it was out of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. It don't matter. During mob times in New York, there was a story that this guy was going to rat out the mob, go to the police, give them everything they needed, the newspapers, and they killed him, and they buried him in the Meadowlands on the land that became Giant Stadium. Now, why do I bring this up? Because I think it's horseshit. Why would I believe that? But look at the Giants for the past 15 years. Look at the Giants for the past 15 years.
We gotta have a reason. We gotta have some excuse. We gotta have some finger to point at. Yeah.
You look at that stadium and you tell me there's a God. You look at that football team and you tell me there's a God, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, are we for real?
Oh, you look at that stadium and you tell me there's a God.
you gotta tell me something, man. The Black Cat KB, they just brought the Black Cat.
Oh my God, the Black Cat. Game. Oh my God, and that was against the Cowboys, wasn't it? That was against the Cowboys in Saquon's rookie year, right? Oh,
it was either Saquon's rookie year or the year right before, bro.
I think it was Saquon's rookie year.
No, I think it was 2017, right after we made the playoffs. I do. I think so.
Really? I didn't look it up.
Oh my God, you look it up for me, but But god damn it. Listen, going back all seriousness to what the comments said, man. They've tried. It's clear at this point it's either one of two things or both. It's either the scouting is bad.
We were both wrong. Yeah. It was the
it?
Cowboys game on a Monday night, but it was 2019.
2019, Daniel Jones' rookie year. Okay, then. Gotcha. So it's clear that the scouting is bad or the GM is bad because you can't get talent right. If it's not that, it's clear that the coaching is bad because you can't develop them. Or it's both. I'm inclined to believe it's both. I kind of want them both out of here. I actually didn't ask you, KB. We talked about them so much. Do you want them both gone at this point, or are you still holding out hope for something?
For Jackson Dart's sake, I want to keep Brian Daboll at least to the end of the year. I know a lot of people like to see their coach. I don't like when coaches are fired mid-season. I don't like it. I think it really disorients the entire team, even if that coach is bad. I think it just disorients everybody. If Brian Daboll is gonna be fired, it sucks because I really like Brian Daboll. I do like him, but if he's not doing anything, he's got to go. For Jackson Dart's sake and his development, I want Brian Daboll to stay throughout the season and then figure out what we're gonna do afterwards. But because it's not like we can just hire. It's not like if we fire him now, we're gonna hire a new coach soon. Right? We still have to wait till the end of the year anyway. We'll have to hire somebody from within, some interim coach. I don't want to do that. And it will probably be freaking Mike Kafka because he's the assistant head coach. So, and I don't think Mike Kafka is a head coach at all. I think he's just as useful as a head coach as Kellen Moore in New Orleans right now. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see.
She got sports.
Oh snap, Lauren!
Oh my God,
Lauren, what up, Lauren? Yo,
that is
shout out to the OG. Do you remember those times we used to collab like in 2020, 2021? The dark days. Those were the dark days. I mean, these were.
We're
still in dark days, but man, I'll tell you right now, those days were a blur. The 2020, 21 season.
Those days were also a blast because of people like Lauren. You guys, if you are not,
shout out Lauren, bro. She's really killing it.
Go check her out.
She is one of the biggest grinder content creators like ever. Like she grinds content, bro. Always making content, come out with banger content.
Deserves
so shout out
all
Lauren.
the success she got. Y'all need to go check her out if you're not.
She's
familiar.
A real Gruden grinder.
It was so good. Oh my God, it's Gruden grinder.
She's a Gruden grinder.
I've been seeing tweets today about people saying John Gruden is our next freaking head coach just because he likes Jackson Dart.
Bring him about
in. No.
At this point, I'll take anybody. I'll take anybody. Yo, give me Antonio Pierce. Yeah, Victor Cruz. Are you available?
I got
Victor
you.
Cruz.
I got you. And chat, if you disagree with me, you're wrong. The next Giants head coach coming in, weighing at like 270 pounds, Brandon Jacobs. He's gonna bring that dog mentality. He's gonna bring that dog mentality. He's gonna bring that grit that we need.
Oh God.
At offensive coordinator, you already said his name, Victor Cruz. He gonna know how to get all the offensive coordinator.
with GM Eli Manning.
With GM Eli Manning. And you said the defensive coordinator. No, actually, the defensive coordinator is going to be my guy, the best pass rusher in Giants history. And it's going to get people mad. Michael Strahan, with his assistant linebackers coach being Antonio Pierce. All right.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. Oh, my God.
Obviously, it's a joke, guys. But,
listen, at this point, I'll take anybody. I like anybody that can give me some hope, man. Even if I know I'm gonna get let down, which is probably gonna happen, just do it. Listen. I need to be on that hopium again, bro. I want take me back to the preseason, bro. Take me back to when we were 3-0 in the preseason and Jackson Dart is killing like third stringers out there, and I got Bo Collins streaking downfield, and bring me back to that.
Listen, I'll say this.
Oh, Wade Phillips' son. Wade Phillips' son is an OC. Oh snap! He didn't follow his defensive coordinator footsteps.
This is gonna sound so weird. I love KOC because you brought up the Vikings.
Oh my God, I love Kevin O'Connell. Yeah,
Kevin O'Connell to me is probably the best coach in the NFL. I mean, you talk about
definitely the best play caller in the NFL right now. So he's the head coach and play caller, and he like JJ McCarthy like lit up in the fourth quarter.
He's never had an elite talent at quarterback, and yet his offense is consistently top 10, and his quarterbacks perform like top 5 in terms of production. Kevin O'Connell is out there leading men, bro. I love him so much. So I would like to get somebody from his tree. It doesn't exist yet because he's still a relatively new coach. But I'm always hesitant of getting these guys that come from other great offensive minds, because it's like, all right, is it him or is it KOC?
Right.
Is it Wade Phillips' son or is it KOC? Like, I don't know.
So
what I was gonna
Wes
say,
Phillips.
Yeah.
Wes Phillips. He joined as the offensive coordinator since 2022. Now,
wasn't that
I will
KOC's
say,
first year, or was his first year like 2021, or has he been there even longer?
Kevin O'Connell. O'Connell's
Yeah.
been there, I think, I think he got there with him in 2022. No, I think he did get there in 2022 because we were comparing him to Brian. I think a lot of people were comparing him to Brian Dable.
Yeah.
But I think he was part of that free agency.
While you get that though, KB, I got the perfect transition
to 2022.
to our next topic. All right.
I love the rage memes that you have.
these two guys that I got here are supposed to be two of the best at their position in the NFL. And yeah, I know Abdul Carter's still a rookie. He's supposed to be that generational talent. Dex was off seeing his wife. That I'm convinced he wasn't on the field. Abdul Carter, Shane Bowen. Ooh, you're a terrorist, buddy. You're a domestic terrorist. Shane Bowen used them for like what 30 or 40% of stats.
Put him on the terrorist list.
I am dropping him into 2003 Afghanistan, bro. Shane Bowen needs to get off of my team, bro.
Black Hawk down.
He needs to get the hell off of my team.
Yeah.
And Mr. John Mara didn't fire anybody in the offseason following the Giants' worst season in history. You should have fired Shane Bowen, buddy. You should have fired Shane Bowen.
That should have been a one and done. You saw with John Mara how he was like throwing Shane Bowen under the bus. Like, I thought that it was raps. How are you gonna re-up with Shane Bowen for what? What did Shane Bowen do on that resume to say he deserves another year? What? Because we were on pace at one point in the season to break the single season sack record, because everybody keeps holding on to that. When I've been saying since last year that this defense is still absolute garbage. Did you know, Kush? Did you know? I saw this on Twitter. That I actually want to pull up all the numbers, but I have the main numbers on me right now from memory. The Giants, when blitzing Jaden Daniels, was had Jaden Daniels to 3 of 9 yards for like 24 yards, right? 3 of 9 for 24 yards when blitzing Jaden Daniels. The Giants did not blitz in this game at all. The only time they blitzed him, that was his stat line. Why didn't we continue to blitz? Why is Shane Bowen so obsessed with a 4-man rush? We do not have the weaponry in the backfield, even though we think we do, to sustain that at all. Because on top of that, Jaden Daniels, when he gets out the pocket, who do we have to chase after him? Because everybody and their mom doesn't want Abdul Carter to be a spy. Everybody kept laughing at me for that. This is what happens when you don't have a guy like Abdul Carter spy. And Micah McFadden, our glorious king, Micah McFadden got knocked out the game.
My turn. It's my turn.
It's my turn.
It was my turn. All right. This is my solution. You can laugh at me all you want. Kayvon, you want to stay on this team? You better bulk up 20 pounds, buddy. And you're playing next to Dexter on the inside. And we're putting Abdul Carter on the field. We're gonna have 4 guys on the field that could get to the quarterback at the same time. All right. Guys, I'm sorry for being all over the place tonight with this. It's my coping mechanism. It's so over. All right. Shout out to Giant Topic in the chat. And several people brought up Giants legend Don Wick Martindale. And of course,
Lauren says, I feel like half these guys don't even fit the scheme.
Because I feel like the defense is still built for Wink. But also, KB, what in the world is
it's built for a heavy attack defense. That's what it's built for. Yeah, that's and Shane Bowen has all these weapons, utilizing none of them. None of them at all. No safety blitzes with Javon Holland. Nickel blitzes with Drew Phillips. Like, he's capable of doing that. He can get out that line quickly. Mix it up a little bit. Now, even when we had Micah McFadden there, get Micah McFadden rush. Like, when we had Wink Martindale, Micah McFadden was, my glorious king, bro. When I saw that, because if you guys didn't know,
he's out for most of the season, I think.
God forgive me, but if you guys didn't know, I'm a church drummer. So, like, I was in my service playing. I had the game on the floor, and I saw Micah McFadden got carted off the field. Oh, my God. I was so upset. I wanted to cry right there in the booth, bro. I wanted to cry right there in the booth. Micah McFadden, our glorious king. Yeah, listen, Jaden Daniels got his way. Why? Because McFadden wasn't on the field. I'm telling you guys.
No, brother.
Right?
Jaden Daniels got his way because we got somebody
things fall apart. Things fall apart when Micah McFadden isn't on the field. It falls apart. Exhibit A. And now he had surgery, and now we're not going to have him for like the majority of the season. Wait, was it the official injury though?
They didn't release what it officially is, but they said it's gonna be a good portion of the season, potentially most.
Yeah, it didn't break. He didn't break his foot. I've heard it's a foot injury. That's what they concluded. It was a foot injury, not a leg injury that everybody said. I think they concluded it was a foot injury. He didn't break anything. However, he did have surgery. So I don't know if that's a ligament issue. I don't know. They're not even like getting specific on what's going on. I don't know why, but I fully expect Micah McFadden to be put on the IR soon, and I'm so sad. Why Micah?
No.
Why Micah? Give them like Nacho or something, bro. Why Micah?
Listen, Giant Topic. I'm gonna read his comment verbatim. All right. Because I resonate with it so hard. He says, sometimes I imagine how Wink would use Abdul Carter, and then I remember we got Shane Run Stopper Bowen.
Run Stopper. Bro, we allowed 220 yards on the ground, Kush! 200. Listen, we have a run-stopping defensive coordinator and an offensive guru. And then we found out that with our offensive guru, we scored 6 points in the first game of the season, not scoring a touchdown in week 1 for 3 years! 3 years! And then we have Shane Bowen, run-stopping Shane Bowen, and we have the worst run defense in the NFL! Oh my, I think we should start getting guys that are terrible. Like, he can't do, this defensive coordinator can't do shit. And maybe reverse psychology will make us good. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing.
Next head coach of the New York Giants, Jonathan Gannon. We're New York, buddy. You're coming.
We don't want any more gurus. Give us the guy fresh out of football school, bro. Give us the interns. Give me an intern right now. Give me a 28-year-old stud with a man bun and yeah.
You're going the wrong way. Listen to me, because this is gonna fulfill exactly what we're talking about right now. It's gonna fulfill John Mara. Give me Bill Belichick and his gold-digging girlfriend. Bill Belichick, come home, buddy. You're going to turn this franchise around and turn your career around. I don't know.
Let's get Bill Belichick. Yo, give me back Bill Belichick, bro. Oh, my God. Man.
I don't have enough words to describe the feral hate that I have for Shane Bowen. But he has 4 genuine great talents. He has Dexter Lawrence. He has Kayvon. He has Brian. He has Abdul. You have Abdul on there for 30 to 40% of the snaps, and he showed you in special teams what the bend and speed could do. That's how he got that block, his elite bend and speed. That's why he's an elite pass rusher. You don't work him in. Dexter Lawrence, KB, I saw he was playing at 3 tech instead of nose tech. We had the reason we didn't really get pressure on Jaden Daniels, dog, we didn't have anybody actually going against the interior of their line. Their center was like, it was free eats for their center. There was nobody there. There was nobody.
And on top of that,
the only reason Brian Burns got 2 sacks, KB, chat. The only reason Brian Burns got freaking 2 sacks is purely talent. He talented his way to those 2 sacks. Shane Bowen holds this defense and these players back so much. And earlier when we were on the offensive side, I was talking about how the way this team is managed by Joe Shane and the way plays are called with Brian Daboll is going to make players want to leave. Buddy, it's the same thing for the defensive side of the ball with Shane Bowen. You think Brian Burns is out there saying, damn, I'm glad I was traded to New York now, bro? To be fair, Carolina ain't much better, but still, my point stands.
Oh my God, Carolina. Carolina scored a touchdown though. I mean, they had 10 points, so
They
I
did.
don't know. Yeah, I don't want to start yelling again. You know what, Kush? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna start yelling again. But I will just point out that Cleveland scored a touchdown with old man Joe Flacco. Aaron Rodgers put up 34 points in a shootout. Justin Fields on the other side, who I bet to not even have a passing touchdown in that game, lit it up for 32 points.
The Jets are gonna be better than us this year, bro.
Goddamn, Bryce Young led his team to have a touchdown. Why can't we?
Bro, Spencer Rattler had 200 yards passing.
Spencer Rattler.
And a touchdown.
Oh
Russell
my
Wilson
God.
couldn't crack like 180 or something.
And listen to another thing about Shane Bowen. A big question, huge question when we drafted Abdul Carter was the biggest question was how would Shane Bowen handle having that good of a rotation? Is he going to be able to utilize everybody to look? I'm knocking the headphones off my damn head. Is he going to be able to utilize all those players to their fullest potential, to their best possible position? To their best is he going to find a way to have them all on the field?
You forgot the worst one, Kashif. Let us know. Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones.
Yo, I feel like, that's sometimes I really feel like the NFL is scripted because how the hell does Indiana Jones get in?
Daniel Jones wasn't the problem.
Daniel Jones. Oh my God. My God, yeah. So
I can't even rebuttal them. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't even say you're not wrong. Like, I don't...
A big reason was how was Shane Bowen going to handle having all that talent there? Apparently, he has no clue how to do it. Brian Dable doesn't either because he was Brian Dable kept talking about snap counts in his presser. Snap counts. Oh well, we saw Abdul Carter had around 37 snap counts and then a couple of special team reps. That's why he had less snaps. He had 37 reps on defense out of 70-something. Why is what we think is a generational pass rusher? We don't know that yet because he barely got time to play. He had a half sack. A couple of pressures.
And once
throw
again,
him
that
out
block,
there.
KB, that block
And a punt block.
That punt block he got because of his talent as a pass rusher. With the bend, the speed, the quickness, all of that, man. God damn it. And apparently Wade Phillips is still active on Twitter. That's hilarious. I saw Lauren and Giants Hop.
Wade Phillips?
Wade Phillips, I thought you were retired, buddy. I'll take you for the Giants defense. Pause. I'll take you for our defensive coordinator, buddy.
As long as he doesn't want to be a head coach because he's a terrible head coach. But
listen,
bro,
Mahomes and Herbert back to back, guys. You want to hear something bad,
yeah.
KB? I can't remember if I told you.
Then
this
we got Rattler. He's gonna light us up.
The Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack versus the Scat Pack.
Oh my God, the Scat Pack who showed you he could run. And you don't use
Didn't even use him again, and then everybody wanted Dante Miller on this team. Okay.
Listen, bring back Tom Coughlin. I was literally gonna say nothing's been right since that legend over there. That bobblehead that next to Optimus. There's a reason he's next to Optimus Prime. It's because that's Tom Coughlin. That's my Tom Coughlin bobblehead,
bro.
Why can't I point straight? Nothing's been right since this man left, man.
That's when it all
Nothing
started.
has been freaking right since he left.
Their way. They don't lost their way, man.
Lost their way isn't even like begin to describe it. That's the worst part. We got Herbert and Mahomes back to back. KB, this is what I was gonna say. I don't know if I told you. I bought tickets when the preseason hype got to me to the Chargers game. I'm going to watch.
You know what's crazy?
Get massacred.
You know what's crazy? The Kansas City Chiefs game looks more winnable than the Chargers game at this point.
Greg Roman learned what a forward pass was, bro. In the year of 2025, he decided.
Yo, you know how many times he called? You know how many times he called passes? You know, the commentator. Who was the commentator there? Was that the commentator? I don't remember. But he's like, oh, another pass. Another pass. Like even on running.
Rich Eisen.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, they're passing it again. But bro, they were winning the game handedly. Like, they should have just run out the clock, and they were still passing the ball. Yeah, so Greg Roman changed his philosophy.
Greg Roman changed his philosophy and actually became an offensive guru before Brian Dable could show us he's an offensive guru.
Shout out Rich Eisen. I do love Rich Eisen, but damn, he was fucking up that.
He said so many wrong names. That was the thing that got me laughing.
And it was crazy because it got so quiet so many times because whoever he was with was like, that's definitely.
How do I correct this legend right here? Because he is a legend.
Yeah.
Rich
Eisen is a legend. Rich Eisen is a legend. That's the only reason why I used to watch NFL Network. Is he still on NFL Network? By the way, I heard he's hired by ESPN.
I think he had his own show for a long time, and I
know the Rich Eisen show. I watch it, but like
maybe
it was Kurt Warner. Oh yeah, Kurt Warner, fellow
Giant.
Eli hater, Kurt Warner. Yeah, he's the Eli hater.
He only hates him because he
replaced.
He couldn't handle the Eli. All right. Speaking of people that are gonna cook us, it's absolutely perfect and in the Giants' way to line up somebody to have an absolute bounce back, just belt to ass game against us, and that's what CeeDee Lamb is gonna do to us, buddy. I hope y'all know that after dropping 4 passes and he still had a lot of yards in week 1, CeeDee Lamb is gonna look to cook, absolutely charboil us on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Dak Prescott, who I think I mentioned this before. We did talk about the neighbor stuff earlier. Yeah. Listen, unless something turns around for anybody else that came in, unless something turns around in the next 2 years, which is all he has left on his rookie deal, he's
going to Washington.
He's gone. We also talked about how the fact that you're not using him. When we had Odell, you literally called plays for him, and the entire offense was geared towards him. That's not a thing. Hey, guess what? That's something the Cowboys do with CeeDee Lamb. Huh. I wonder why.
Find ways to get him the ball.
They find ways to get their star receiver the ball. They almost force feed their wide receiver the ball because of the talent, because of the playmaking ability that person
and not just
has.
Throwing it up, by the way, like the Giants tried, because Malik Neighbors did have 12
not
targets
just tossing
in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of those throws were literally like, bro, fuck it. Malik Neighbors, go beat your guy. You know? Like,
listen,
damn.
Dak Prescott, I can't believe I'm saying this. I have to knock on wood or something because he is a Cowboy at the end of the day. But Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback in this league, at least by talent. He's done it by production a couple of times. I've slowly gone from a Dak Prescott hater, like vehemently I used to hate Dak Prescott, to now I'm just like, I respect your game. And these past couple of years, because of all the mismanagement
confirmed Cushy's a Cowboys fan. Confirmed.
Don't forget you sang the Philadelphia
He just pulled up the Longhorns as the Texas Longhorns. Bro, he's a Texas fan too. Listen.
Go back on Kid Blue's channel. Everybody look. He sang the Eagles song and he changed his name to KG RB27. Kid Green RB27. This is still on his channel.
I lost a bet.
Oh yeah, sure. You lost the bet. Listen, Dak is gonna light us up.
Do you guys remember my April Fools? Like, that was a long time ago. My April Fools, where I said I was gonna become an Eagles fan, and there were some people that agreed.
Yeah,
I mean, not agreed, but they believed me. They believed me.
I don't think they were joking either. But go ahead, KB. How is this man that's a top 10 QB whose O-line filled with a bunch of Tylers, which at this point I'm saying Giants, you should do that. Their offense is gonna be one of the best in the NFL. That's never the question. What's happening, man? What's happening on Sunday?
Yeah, I said this on the Roundtable Sports. We had a big freaking preview, and everybody was just clowning on me, like over 1,000 people.
498 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Listen, I wouldn't doubt it. He's gonna light us the fuck up. Now, you know what's crazy though? I honestly don't think it's gonna be a passing like bonanza. It's gonna be they're gonna run that rock, bro. They're going to run that.
Javonte Williams got a career resurgence, man.
Javonte Williams looks really good against a stout Eagles defense, and they ran that rock, and they were committed to running the ball too. And they didn't shy away from running the ball. They were doing it consistently throughout the entire game, and the Giants have one. Like, listen, how could you not run against the Giants defense? Like, you get a free 5 yards every time you run the ball. You get a free 5 yards every time you run the ball. So, I definitely think they're going to start running the ball on us. We're going to see CeeDee Lamb. They're going to force feed him the ball because they're going to basically that loss last week was definitely on him, even though he was like the only receiver doing anything worth anything. But they're gonna find a way to get him the ball and kill us. Like he always kills us. And we've never had an answer for CeeDee Lamb. He can line up in the slot, line up outside. He lines up in the backfield sometimes. Like the dude lines up everywhere. So he's gonna find a way to beat us with through the air and on the ground. And defensively, like we mentioned a little bit before, you know, they didn't have the best pass rush. They lost Micah Parsons. They're trying to figure out who's gonna be their dominant pass rusher. They didn't have a great pass rush against the Eagles, but it is the Giants' offensive line at the end of the day. You know, so it's not looking good. Listen, listen. While everybody's trying to figure out whose team is gonna beat who, I'm just trying to figure out, is my team gonna score a touchdown? That's it. That's it. You don't talk to me about wins and losses. Right now, they're gonna lose every game until I see them win one. It's all about, will they even score a touchdown, Kush?
You're asking the wrong questions, buddy.
I'm asking. That is.
You're asking the wrong question.
You want to talk about money line? You want to talk about a money line? The money line shouldn't be if the Giants win the game. The money line should be if the Giants score a touchdown.
Yeah, I respectfully, and I show Cade Blue RB27 nothing but respect. All right, I'm a pretty respectful guy. Respectfully, you're asking the wrong question. The question you should be asking is it going to be worse than the 40-7 or 40-3 blowout from 2017?
Oh God! No,
is it going to be worse than the 2023 blowout?
Brother,
that's the question you should be asking.
Brother, why are you giving us points? It was 40-0.
Oh my God!
It was 40-0. We went into week 2 with no points. A donut. Wait, a donut sounds good right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm trying to get fat. Oh man, donut sounds good right now. I'm starving.
I don't blame you for stress eating. Because I've said it years ago, and I'm going to say it again. My fandom with the New York Giants is a toxic relationship.
It is.
I don't know why I'm still here.
I keep coming back, and not only do I keep coming back, Kush, not only do I keep coming back, I keep coming back thinking that things are going to be different. Things are going to be different, and it never is.
He is a freaking snake oil salesman. Let me explain myself.
You know what? I love that snake oil salesman.
Let me explain myself. This man sold me on a dream. When I was 7 years old, he cashed in on it. And then when I was 11 years old, he cashed in on it again. This man
Once I was 7 years old.
My goat told me, go be fan the Giants and you'll be lovely. Once I was 11 years old, he came back and delivered. He beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
We're singing for you guys, bro. That's how passionate we are.
He told me that, hey, the Giants are a storied franchise. Hey, the Giants are one of the most historic franchises and now one of the most winning franchises in the NFL. And I'm gonna be their quarterback for the next 10 years. You should be a fan of this team. You should be proud to be a fan of this team. You fucking liar. You lied to me. Look at where I am. Look at where I am. He lied to me, man. I don't know why I got his picture. I actually should hate this man. I should.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. If the Giants didn't win those 2 Super Bowls, I don't know.
You might be a Tampa Bay fan, bro.
Bro, I think I would have switched. I legitimately think I would have switched and become a Tampa Bay content creator. Do those people even exist? I don't even know.
Hold up. Content money unlocked.
right. It's a less saturated area. I'm about to be the best Tampa Bay.
We didn't even talk about any actual previews yet, bro. That's the state of this team.
I mean, I just said we're gonna get our. That is a preview. We're gonna lose, and it's all about if we score a touchdown. That's it.
Javonte Williams masterclass.
Yeah,
Shane Bowen masterclass. The best combination of all time.
Check this out. You want to know something funny? I'm gonna check right now. Shout out to Sleeper. This is not an ad. I am sponsored by Sleeper on my channel, but I don't want to put that on Kush's channel. So this is off the record, guys. Off the record. But I will say, it's still not here, is it? It's still not here, is it?
Man, he's struggling to pull up whatever he's pulling up.
No, listen. Okay? There is no... You know how you bet on games?
It's kind of blurry. You're going to have to read it out.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Damn it.
Okay,
All
there
right,
it is. It's
you see?
focused. It's focused.
You see here? There. You know how you bet on games? You click on a game, you can bet on the picks or whatever, over-unders. There is no
None for the Giants.
Giants, Cowboys. You know why? Because
They don't know what the hell's going on,
they
man.
know people would make so much money on this game. It's
Bet the under.
unbelievable. They're
Bet the
gonna
under.
bet the under on Russell Wilson. They're probably still trying to figure out, what do we do for Russell Wilson? Do we do the over under on 90 or something like that? Like what do we? CeeDee Lamb over, Dak over, Javonte Williams over, anytime touchdown. I would build
Donovan Izaraku over on sacks.
Yo, guys, tune in to my live stream before on Saturday night. I'm gonna have the biggest, grandest parlay on that app you've ever seen for the Cowboys, and we're gonna see if we cash out.
Bro, everybody, not just Ferguson, hit anytime touchdown on everybody,
Anytime
including
touchdown.
the defensive players.
Oh God! Oh, shout out to Mysterious One. Yeah, now he shows up in the chat, but he's the one in my Saturday stream to make.
He's been there all night.
Yeah. Now he's in the chat. But last week when we were talking about the game and everything, he told me to put the no Zach Ertz touchdown, and Zach Ertz got a touch. He had the first touchdown of the game. I said, Mysterious One, I'm never trusting him again.
We already moved past that topic, but I can't believe we got cooked by a bunch of old men, bro. We got cooked by old man Zach Ertz.
By a retirement home, brother. Like, why is Bobby Wagner still
Bobby
good?
Wagner, old man Von Miller, bro.
I will say
on?
though. No, you good, Mysterious One. I didn't want to pulling the trigger on it anyway. I didn't do it anyway. But you know what's crazy though? Von Miller still didn't play good. At least Von Miller didn't play good. Like Von Miller was irrelevant. He was just garbage. He's old.
Oh my God, we're gonna have George Pickens score.
Oh my God, Shiesty Pickens is gonna like destroy Cordell
is
Flott
not
and
the
throw
way,
him on the
bro.
floor, bro. The fear of the Flott will be over.
Fear the Fly is gonna be over. We gonna see Banks again for sure. Deontay Banks will come in again for sure. I can guarantee you that,
open.
brother.
Banks are open in Arlington, Texas, bro. Bank on Sundays.
Listen, it's not even a positive, but I'll say the interesting thing about this game, KB, is if we really start getting blowed out like insanely, like we see Jackson Dart there, and I'm fine with seeing him against the Cowboys defense, I guess. But like that's a genuine possibility, bro. It's a possibility. It's the third quarter. We're down like freaking, I don't know, 35 to like 6 or something. They're like, throw him out there.
Do you remember in Daniel Jones' rookie year, they against the Cowboys week 1, we saw Daniel Jones out there. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I could see that being the same situation, and that was in Jerry.
And then
as well.
It might go the potential parallel, I should say, is crazy because the way Daniel Jones' rookie year went is like that. Yeah, we saw him week 1, and then he ended up starting by week 3. Yeah. That is genuinely what might happen with Jackson Dart. I just hope it's just, all right, if you're going to start him, not week 3 because of the primetime stuff we talked about, week 4. And even then, it's like he's going to get killed still.
Week 3, it was against the ass Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2019. This week 3 is against the Super Bowl losers, bro, in the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. I don't know if I want to do that.
Unfortunately, the thing is, as much as me and you, and I do think a good amount of chat, want this man to sit for as long as possible for one, his safety, but for two, it's like they always learn more and they become better. Like it's been a proven strat over the past 20 years with these quarterbacks. The unfortunate part is, KB, I don't think there's a single quote unquote easy team that he could start against. Because you got the Chargers week 4.
Saints.
Week
5.
He's not going to last that long. I thought he was at the beginning in the preseason. I thought he was.
He's going to start.
He's not lasting that.
Before that?
I think he's 100% starting.
You're right.
I think we're going to see him.
Yo, what a stretch.
Week 3, bro.
What a freaking stretch that is in the first 4 weeks. We're facing two rivals who are the best not the best. We're not facing the Eagles, but it's like the Cowboys. We can never beat the Cowboys. Washington is the Washington now. Then we're going against the Super Bowl losers in prime time in our home opener, and then we have the team who beat the Super Bowl losers in week 1 in the Chargers. That's in the same division with like potential coach of the year.
And call this copium for me. But we talked about Jameis earlier about they're just skipping Jameis. I genuinely think we would have a better shot if Jameis is out there instead of Russ, but also instead
I
of
honestly
Jackson,
think
bro.
so because, like you mentioned before with the Russell Wilson thing, Jameis Winston could see over the field. He can see over the offensive line. He's 6'5". He'll be able
The
to
middle of the
gun.
field
He'll
specifically.
be able to step up and throw. Russell Wilson can't do that at 5'10". Like, you know what I'm saying? He just
Bro,
can't
especially listen, hear me out, Brian Dable. Even though you
do
kind
it.
of
And
proved
we
yourself
will
to
see
be
interceptions
as
though.
good you are.
We will
Yeah.
want to pull our hair out. But
You want this game? If Jameis Winston is starting, this could be one of the most entertaining games this week, dog. It could be a shootout.
in Jerry
This could be
World,
one of the most
that would be awesome. Yeah, against the
Jameis
Cowboys.
shootout in Jerry World. Who says no? Brian Dable. That's who.
Give it
Because
to
he's
me.
we talked about it earlier with Joe Shane. Pride. No, this is just being stubborn when it comes to Brian Dable and his decisions like this.
It is.
You're just
stubborn.
being stubborn.
It is.
And
stubborn.
I don't know why. Because not only are you hurting the team, you're hurting your chances of staying the head coach of this team, bro. Like, what's going on for real?
Yeah, Lauren said it would be more action for better for worse. Yeah, like if we're gonna lose, let's lose in style, right? Right? If we're gonna lose, let's lose like throwing that bitch up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Let me lose 41-30, even if it's like low 30s, like a 10-point deficit.
Bro, I would love to lose
bro.
41-30.
Like, come on.
I'm not trying to lose another 21-6 game where we have a chance to win the entire time and we can't find a way to do it.
If we're bad, can we be 2015 bad?
You know, that's one thing we didn't talk about in that game is that they had 400 yards of offense, but only had 14 points the majority of the game. They had 400 yards of that tells me that we had opportunities, whether it be from bad passes from Jaden Daniels, because it happened. Bad passes, drop passes, penalties.
We had
11.
I was going to say we had a lot of
penalties.
flags go our way.
Yeah, we had 11 penalties against Washington in that game. All those three facts. Time of possession was 1 minute off from each other. 1 minute off from each other. Almost exactly a minute off from each other. And also, we didn't have any turnovers. We played clean football. So all those 5 factors involved, and we couldn't find a way to get in the end zone once. That's insane. That's
with
insane,
8 straight tries on one drive.
Yeah.
Like, 8 straight tries from the 1 yard line.
The Commanders were begging for us to stay in this game. Begging to lose this game.
Listen. Oh, that's so. It's Lauren brought this up. She wonders what happens between Wink and Daves. I tweeted this out earlier today. Genuinely, that should have been our first red flag. And to be fair, there were people, I think, including ourselves, that were like, "This is weird." Whatever the hell went down between Brian Dable and Wink Martindale, and all the stuff that came out, none of it was positive on Brian Dable. All of it was like he was the wrong person here. And it's like that should have been our first big red flag.
I will say though. Everybody's trying to like tout Wink as the hero. He wasn't. He literally just tried to start a coup in the Giants organization. He really tried to start a revolution in there. Like he was like recruiting those freaking coaches to like only listen to him. Like he was like trying to start a revolt. He was trying to revolt against the king or something like that. I don't know, man. But as far as everything that comes out, like Wink Martindale was not innocent in the situation at all.
He was not innocent at all. No, but
no.
That should have been, and I'm sure you'd agree, it's like that happening at all is like, who is this guy a head coach? What is going on?
And I don't like that the whole bullying thing that happened with Mike Kafka too, because that came out too, like in the same time the Wink Martindale thing.
Yes, because that at that time, everything that was coming out was negative on Dave's, and essentially he can't control his emotions. He doesn't know how to talk to another grown man respectfully. He's yelling at these dudes.
And my copium was kicking in at that time because we all know what happened with Tom Coughlin, and when he was here, he had a problem being too hard on his players and his coaching staff that everybody hated him, and then he softened up and we won Super Bowls. But we're going into our 4th season with these guys and no Super Bowl or playoffs.
Yep.
So yeah.
So
unfortunate.
Week 2 across the NFL. Pepe is still coping as he was during the week 1 version of this show. Because he's me, man. This isn't actually Pepe the Frog. This is me. I took a selfie after the game on Sunday, and this is what it came out as. All right. Let me pull up. Let me pull up the schedule for week 2. In the meantime, go to Google. Let's get NFL.
I feel like you're right, Lauren. It was Coughlin was just more of an old school, disciplined sort of guy. Brian Dable was just straight up an asshole.
Everything that comes out is like it seems like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. Share. Okay. Bam. This should be it. Let me know if I should zoom in more. But
probably a little bit, yeah. Control plus that.
All right, cool. I got you. Let's just do that, right? Yeah,
Good.
I think that's
Yep.
good. Commanders, Packers. Let's go Packers. I think.
Oh,
The Packers
we should tally up our records in this. We should tally up our records.
You know what? We'll
Zoom
do
a little
that
bit more. Maybe for the
Gotcha.
mobile user, we gotta zoom even more. So
For sure. I mean, I got no issue. Bam.
Yep.
Because like, what was I gonna say? I could do that for next week because I don't remember all my
Yeah.
picks from week 1.
So
I'd go back, keep a look at it.
I think I could remember if I could do it real quick. Hold on.
I'll go ahead. Oh, you want me to scroll up then? And then like you'll keep tally?
Could you? Oh yeah, you could just scroll up. I'm gonna write it down. I'll tell you.
I think I did when I did go Eagles.
I went Eagles as well. So hold on.
I think I went Chiefs here, so that's 1 and 1.
I went Chargers. I went Chargers.
Oh, nice.
There.
I'm gonna have to double check, but yeah.
No, you went Chiefs.
I
knew that was the first time. I knew that was the first time that we disagreed. Dolphins, Colts. We both went Dolphins there.
Okay. Oh well,
Steelers. Yeah, Steelers. Just
I think we both went Steelers. Yeah.
Yeah, we both went.
I think
Steelers.
we both went Jags as well.
We both went Jags.
I think we both went Cardinals as well.
I went. I think we.
Did you go Panthers?
I think I went Panthers. But I said Ted McMillan, and I was like, Ted McMillan's like the GOAT. I went Panthers. I went Panthers.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, you went Jags. Okay, so we're 3-3. We both went Cardinals.
I think we both went Giants, obviously.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
I do remember going with the Bucks. I can't remember if you went the Bucks or the Falcons.
I went Bucks.
We both went Bucks.
Falcons. I'm low key a Bucks fan because living down here, I hear about them all the time. Like I'm low key a closet Bucks fan. But yeah. So you went Bucks too?
Bengals. Yeah.
Both went Bengals.
I do remember I went Patriots on that one.
No.
I'm not Patriots. I'm sorry, Raiders.
You went Raiders. You went
yeah,
Raiders.
Yeah.
I went Patriots. So
yeah.
You got that.
I think for the rest of it, we might be lockstep. I think 49ers.
We both went Niners.
Yeah. Titans Broncos. That's interesting. I think we both went Broncos though, because I remember
Broncos,
talking about Cam Ward.
We were like, Cam Ward versus that defense. Yeah.
I think I did go Packers because I brought up exactly what happened, which is that I think the lack of the coordinators is going to affect them heavy.
We both went Packers.
And I think we both went Rams because we were concerned about that O-line for the Texans.
We did.
And then it's just Ravens, Bills, Vikings, Bears. Interesting. I think I went Ravens because I'm a Lamar homer.
I went Ravens. I just thought because he had more weapons, but I went Ravens.
I think I also went Ravens. Yeah, and then Vikings.
We both went Vikings.
Yep.
So damn, that's not a bad week 1, yo.
How did our week? Show the paper to the screen. I'll bring us back up.
Oh shit, this is white. Hold on, let me
turn on like the whiteout is crazy.
Cameras. I don't want you. I just wrote my sleeper ad on paper.
Okay.
So 12, and you had 13. That's not a bad week 1,
That's
yo.
Not bad. That's not
bad week 1. My week 1s are always terrible. So you were 13 and 3, right? Because it's like
12 and 4.
16 games. So 13 and 3 and 12 and 4. So from now on, guys, we're gonna keep that tally.
We're gonna keep track
for the every week.
So Commanders, Packers, Packers, because I think week 1 as an overall team, they probably look like the best in the NFL as an overall team.
Everybody says that, and I'm in a complete agreement. Everyone says that, and the Packers look like the best right now, especially with the addition of Micah Parsons. Like, they have a complete defense. And first of all, you have to really give them credit because the Lions dominated them. They swept them last year, the Packers, twice. They swept them. They dominated them twice. But then to come back in week 1 against a team that they got swept, that swept them and dominate them that bad, that's a huge improvement. So, shout out the Packers.
All right, Giants, Cowboys, no need to say anything about that. Steelers, Seahawks. I'm going to go Steelers, similar to why I went the Rams versus Texans last week, which is that the Seahawks is not as bad as the Texans line, but I do think it's bad enough to where the Steelers, even with they're a little bit older, I think their D-line is going to do enough for them. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to have another 4-touchdown game. In fact, I'll be really surprised if he continues this like MVP level play, but I think the Steelers are going to win that one.
Yeah. Yo, Rush says KB trying to hop on the Bucks bandwagon. Yeah. You know what? I at
Shout
least
out
have a team
David.
to run to, and they're right down the road.
I got the closest I got is Buffalo. I guess I don't even know,
Hey,
man.
bro, you're in good hands. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna go Steelers as well. Something is telling me Seahawks, but like I don't think they have enough over there.
Rams, Titans. Listen, Cam Ward. I'm sorry, brother. Your dad is gonna continue to be in disbelief in the stadium. You're gonna lose again. I'm going Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams here.
Bills, Jets. Bills. Even though the Jets looked a lot better than I expected. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Bills. Josh Allen. It's so funny. We didn't talk about that Sunday night game. Josh Allen it's almost like he heard the fans in his own stadium chanting MVP for Lamar. And he was like, all right, I'll show you guys. Because that's like an MVP performance right there. That's like a solidifying I'm him performance.
That game was freaking cinema, bro. Oh my God, that game was so cinema. Holy
game
moly.
of the year in week 1 is
game
crazy.
Of the year in week, yeah, that's nuts, bro. But yeah, give me the Bills here. The Jets still lost, even though they look good. They still lost. Imagine going against a better team. Yeah, they're gonna lose. So I'm gonna take the Bills here.
Patriots, Dolphins. All right, I picked the Dolphins last week. They scorned me, but I was gonna go Dolphins here again. But you know what? Tua might just be so finished that I'm gonna go Patriots.
That team is so cooked, done. And I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the year,
Tyreek is out.
Mike McDaniels
yeah, Tyreek is out. Mike McDaniels might be out. Like that team is cooked.
Yo, I'll take him as an OC right now. Yo, we get a new
100%.
I'll take him as an OC right now. Oh my God.
Come here. Another offensive guru.
A Shanahan freaking tree. Oh my God, give me that. His offense. Yeah, I'll take the offense. Not him as a head coach though. Yeah, give me Patriots here.
Jaguars, Bengals. I'm gonna go with Jags because I think the Bengals are gonna continue to start off slow like they
always start off slow, right? They always do this. And
what's funny is Zach Taylor
got a win.
Zach Taylor said in like a preseason interview or something, we're not gonna start off slow this year. Buddy, you don't know your team.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna stick with the Bengals here, even though Jags were all over the Panthers. It's the Panthers, and I just don't have that much faith in Trevor Lawrence. Even though the Bengals have a terrible defense, they're not good. But I would.
You're going with the Bengals? You're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals. This is where we differ.
Split. This is our split right here. I'm gonna stick with the Jags, just because I think slow start. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Maybe they turn it around. 49ers Saints, guys. This right here, absolute classic. Mac Jones versus Spencer Rattler. Now, I don't know why they didn't flex this to Sunday Night Football, guys. I don't know how we ended up here. But yeah, I'm still going 49ers because they're just still an overall better team. But Mac Jones versus Spencer Rattler. If you said that in the year 2021, people will be like, "Oh yeah, that's a future primetime matchup."
I did not know that Brock Purdy is out. Oh my God.
Yeah, Mac Jones is starting, man.
Mac Jones. Do you know what's hilarious? Remember in that draft, we had Mac Jones going like 3rd overall. Well, I did. I had like Mac Jones like going 3rd overall to like to the Niners when they took Trey Lance because I thought he was a better quarterback for the Niners. Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny how everything goes full circle. Now he's an actual 49er. Oh crap.
What's crazy is that 2020 quarterback class is, unless something turns around, is gonna go down as like one of the worst in history because of how many people busted. Pause. Like how many players just did not develop. That's something else. All right, buddy. Is
that the same class? No, that's not the Kenny Pickett class. The Kenny Pickett class was worse. That's 2020.
Do you think so?
Yes, they had one first-round quarterback.
In terms of, but that's what I'm saying. In terms of bust, like 2020 had like 4 or 5 first-round quarterbacks. Like how many of them really came out?
But if you measure quarterback classes, like maybe the biggest busts, yeah, sure. But like quarterback class, that's definitely the worst quarterback class I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. So we're both picking the Niners. All right.
Yeah, we're picking the Niners. Browns, Ravens. I mean, I gotta go Ravens. I gotta think that everybody on the team, not just Lamar, is just gonna want to come out and get their first win. Bears, Lions. Is this like the first real toss-up? And Caleb looked bad, I think, going down the stretch of that game. But
down the stretch, I thought Caleb looked good up until the 4th. I thought Caleb looked good up until the 4th. I thought his pocket presence looked great. Oh my god, the way he was moving around, like I liked Caleb up until the fourth quarter where he totally crumbled. It's like the spirit of the good quarterback was in Caleb Williams for the first 3 quarters, and then like came out and
Jumped
went
to
into
JJ.
JJ McCarthy in the fourth. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
It's the reason I'm saying it's a toss up though is like the Lions, they really are feeling the effects of the loss of both like coordinators.
They
like
are.
both coordinators are so important. We haven't had enough yet for me to say Aiden Hutchinson isn't what he was before the injury, but their defense just isn't the same.
But check this
either.
out. But check this out. This is a little caveat to this. The person they're feeling the effects from is now the head coach of the team they're going against. So
yeah, at least one of the teams. Yeah,
that's honestly a big advantage. I'm probably leaning Bears here because I'm sure he's gonna have them figured out defensively.
I think I'm fine with
at the
deferring
same
here as
time,
well.
it's the
I'll go
freaking
Lions just because of history, but I think it's a
Yeah.
real toss up. I don't. If you want to go Bears, I'm fine with that.
Because remember, I think I might go Bears here because the Vikings were not that far off from the Lions, and they were holding strong with the Vikings. So, I think I'm gonna go Bears here. I may regret that, but whatever.
I don't think you will because if it turns into a game like Vikings Lions where it was high offense, I don't think the Lions got it in them anymore. I don't know, man. We'll see. Broncos Colts. I gotta go with Colts here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's my reasoning.
Daniel Jones era is back, baby.
Here's my reasoning. All right. I wish I had a cowboy hat. Here's my reasoning. I was never a fan of Bo Nix. I'm not gonna say I was a Bo Nix hater, but I was not a Bo Nix believer.
Me neither.
I thought the Broncos made a mistake when they drafted him. I thought he was bad. I did, and I thought they made a mistake when they drafted him. For his rookie year, I was like, oh my god, I was completely wrong. And then it's just one game, it's just week 1. But week 1, I'm like, yeah, like that's kind of what I expected. Once again, it's just one game, it's just week 1. The reason I'm going here is because I'm still not necessarily a believer in Bo Nix. And if he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong. Somehow, some way, Daniel Jones, I think is top 10 in the NFL in passing yards right now. I think he had the best QBR, or not QBR, the best passer rating of any quarterback in week 1, which is crazy to think about. I'm gonna go with the better quarterback.
That's nuts.
I'm gonna go with Daniel Jones.
Saying I'm gonna go with the better quarterback, and that quarterback being Daniel Jones in any sentence is just hilarious. But
Eric Garrison, I completely recognize Denver has the best defense in the league. Boy, what is Bo Nix gonna do? Bo Nix, show me something. I'm guessing you're going Broncos, right?
I'm gonna go Broncos here. I'm not gonna fall for Daniel Jones because listen, remember when Daniel Jones came
KB
back
saying I've seen
Arizona.
your movie before.
I know your tricks. All right, I will not be fooled again. You remember in 2023 when we had that terrible loss against Dallas, but we came right back against Arizona and came back on them and destroyed them. Okay, so I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm not gonna. Cause Daniel Jones set a record that day too. Colts fans are going nuts about this record. He scored on every possession.
I'll say this.
Daniel Jones has a lot of records. He has a playoff record too.
Yeah,
he has a playoff record too.
All things said, for some freaking reason, he has a lot of he genuinely
weird
has a lot
records.
Of records.
And they're weird records. They're really specific, but they're records, I guess. But the first quarterback to have 300 yards in this current setting, in this amount of time, and whatever. I'm not sold on it yet. Daniel Jones it has those games, and like I saw in the comments, it's not the Miami Dolphins defense. Everyone knew that
Denver, I
think,
is
terrible.
The best defense.
They lost a lot of pieces. Miami lost Javon Holland along with a lot of other people on that defense, and they're not good anymore. So the Broncos just have a much better defense, and they have a good enough offense. Now, I will say that the Broncos definitely kept it a lot closer than I thought they were going to keep it against the Titans. With Cam Ward and that Titans team that doesn't look that good. So we'll see what happens, but I think this is going to be a win for the Broncos here. It sucks because every time I used to love watching the Broncos and Colts play because it was like Andrew Luck versus Peyton Manning, or something like that. I like games like that, but this is Bo Nix versus Daniel Jones.
Panthers,
man.
Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals for the second week in a row. I think. How do we feel about Bryce Young, bro?
He's ass.
Is he cooked?
You know what's crazy? I think we fell for it because he played for Alabama and all that stuff, and he has a good arm. But bro, he's like 5'9". Like he looks like he's a gamer. He looks like a gamer. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't look like he should be playing quarterback. He may have a great arm. He may be smart. Whatever. He cannot see behind that line. He is tiny. Like I don't know how else to really explain it. It's not that he's terrible. It's just that he's just not built for the NFL. He's not built as an NFL quarterback. I'm sorry. I think they cooked themselves drafting Bryce Young, and I'm gonna go with the next best short quarterback, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
Get ready to learn Twitch, Bryce Young. That's what I'm hearing from.
Get ready to learn Twitch.
Eagles, Chiefs. I think we both kind of talked about this. I would be shocked if the Chiefs win this game. Honestly, I would be. I think that would be the most surprising thing for me this week. I'm going Eagles.
The KB calling Bryce Young. Hey, listen, I can say that because I'm short as well. You know what I'm saying?
He's probably the same height.
That's what, man. He's still a giant to me, but I'm gonna slam the Eagles here. Slam the Eagles here. The Chiefs lost yet another receiver, Xavier Worthy. They have to rely on Hollywood Brown. He's their number one, and Hollywood Brown dropped like 3 balls. Even though he had like 10 receptions for 99 yards in week 1, he really had to get force-fed to get those yards because he was dropping everything. He was not didn't have good communication with Patrick Mahomes. For that to be the number 1 receiver and have to rely on old man Travis Kelce as well, who moves like a I don't even know, like a train, like just it's really, really slow. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. He's really, really freaking slow out there. I don't know how the Chiefs are going to fare out against this Eagles offense, even though the Eagles offense did struggle running the ball against Dallas. I think the Chiefs are gonna win this one. The Eagles are gonna win this one pretty handedly. So yeah.
Chiefs about to start 0-3. In my dreams, buddy.
You know what's crazy? Do you remember in 2017 we beat that Chiefs team?
We did
beat them in 12 to 9.
Yeah, it was like
they made the playoffs that year.
Game. It was with Alex Smith, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes was still on the roster. Okay.
All right, sure. Okay. Sure.
Patrick Mahomes was still on the roster. You know what I'm saying? His aura was there. We beat his aura.
Take it away for Falcons Vikings.
Falcons Vikings, man. I want Michael Penix to be good. I was a fan of him coming out of college. You know.
Me too. Yeah. Oh, KB rematch. I think this is their first rematch since the national championship game.
Oh, you're right.
Penix
you're right. So JJ McCarthy has a chance to either double up on him, or Michael Penix gets his revenge there. But that was man, you brought me back. That was a good game. I like that game. That's what really kind of got me into college football like heavier. But man, Vikings versus Falcons. Now the Falcons looked pretty decent against the Bucs, and a lot of people had a lot of high regard for the Bucs, especially down here. And the Vikings with that, like, come on now, that comeback win was pretty damn special. And I hate to say it because I was not a fan of JJ McCarthy at all. He looked good. That man looked terrible.
Good in the fourth.
He looked terrible. Yeah. He looked terrible in the first 3 quarters. Where I'm like, yo, wrap it up, bro. This guy's terrible. That pick 6 and everything. Then I don't know, something sparked. And he looked really good.
It's
he was
exactly
accurate. Ball came out nicely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's exactly what every coach that likes him said about him. It happened. They're like, he has that look in his eye. He has the killer instinct, that some players just lack. And when he's clutch, that's what coaches say about him too. And that's exactly what happened. He showed up in the clutch. Mm-hmm. He genuinely, there's photos online where he looks, the look in his eye looks like he's a serial killer. And he came up and he played basically flawless football in the 4th quarter to win them that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was a really good game to watch too. So this one's hard because I like Michael Penix more, but I like the Vikings team more. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to take the Vikings here.
I'm also taking the Vikings. I think the Vikings are just an overall better squad. If the Falcons win, because of what you said, they kept up with the Buccaneers, who I think could be one of the best teams in the league this year, even if not by record. The Falcons, exactly. They have a guy in Drake London that's kind of been a little bit underrated, and some of it is his own fault. and then they got the second or third best running back in the league, how you want to look at it, with Bijan.
Bijan is
And they have a
nuts.
really versatile quarterback. Like, if they win, it's going to be because those three guys show out. And like I said, they kept up with one of the best teams in the league. But I think the Vikings are just better overall. And I said it earlier, Kevin O'Connell is my favorite coach. I think he's the best coach in the NFL. The Vikings got the best coach
Has
in the
he won?
NFL.
He won Coach of the Year, right? He's reigning Coach of the Year right now.
It might be. Was it 2022? No. Oh wait, you're saying he just won it? I don't know actually.
Coach. Wait, NFL coach. Oh my God, I can't spell coach. It was Kevin O'Connell this year. He won it.
Nice. Yeah, he earned it.
Yeah, he's the reigning Coach of the Year. He might win it again.
Yeah. Buccaneers, Texans. I'm slamming Buccaneers. You want to slam Eagles? I'm slamming Buccaneers.
Slamming Buccaneers here, man. Like,
nothing much to
Bucks.
say.
Go Bucks. Seize the day. Yeah.
Chargers, Raiders. All right. I'm going to take another crazy. I had one crazy pick earlier. I'm going to take another crazy pick.
No way. You're going to do it? They barely beat. No way.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Pete Carroll and John Harbaugh. They're going to do this. Wait, is it John or Jim? Because I mixed them up.
It's Jim. John is Ravens.
Do not clip that. Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh. They're going to do this dance forever, man. They're going to do this dance forever. All the way back in college
Yo, that
in California.
Is so funny. Yes.
All the way back in college in California. And they didn't like each other, bro. When I say this dance, like they were heated.
And then they were
rivals.
in the NFC
they hate
West
each
together.
other. Then when they were in the NFC West together, where Pete Carroll snatched his chain because the up-and-coming team with the young defense was the 49ers, and then all of a sudden the next year the team winning the Super Bowl was the up-and-coming team with the defense and the Seahawks.
That's crazy.
And
They're always in the same. They're always in the same situation. They're always in the same.
They also, KB, I don't know if you noticed, they have like legitimate beef, like going back to college. I think where they're like obviously with recruiting players and stuff like that. Like they're stealing players from each other. In the NFL, they had beef.
No wonder why Sherm went to the 49ers.
And I mean, Sherm,
but Jim was alright. Jim was long gone, though, right?
He was gone, but Sherm was coached by Jim, and Pete knows Sherm so well that's one of the reasons he drafted him.
Oh my God, you're right, because wasn't he in Stanford?
He was in Stanford.
That's crazy.
And Pete was USC, I think.
Yo, I didn't even know about this, bro.
Bro, no, they have not only history. That's why, like, there's the meme, we're destined to do this dance forever. And it's like with fictional characters and stuff. Yeah. It applies to these two. It applies to these two because they're always in the rotation of each other.
That's a really cool
Secret Base. I know you know Secret Base. Check them out. I think they have a beef history on them, and it's really good. They have a beef history video on Jim Harbaugh and Pete Carroll. I bring that up because Pete Carroll knows this man very well. Pete Carroll I think he probably has the upper hand historically on him, even when he doesn't necessarily have the better team. I'm gonna go with Pete Carroll, the man that got the upper hand right now. I'm gonna roll with the Raiders.
I like everything that you said. I'm still going with the Chargers here.
Oh, of course. I think they are the better team.
But
let's get that out of the way.
I really do. I did not know that at all. I did not know they had that sort of history. And it really just clicked that they were rivals in the NFC West together. Now they're rivals in the AFC West. Oh, that's crazy. Yep. I just clicked for me. But yeah, Raj. There is they always do it. Week 2 is always they used to do it in week 1 as well. They do 2 Monday night games. They used to do that. So now they are doing it. But yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers here to wrap it up.
Cool. So week 1, 13-3, week and 12-4. We'll come back. We should have written down our picks. It's okay. I'll go back through the video, or we could just do it like we did.
No, so we'll remember. We'll remember.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we remember from week 1, so we're good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, let me stop sharing the screen right there. Let me get this guy back right here, and we go and put this guy back on right there. And guys, thank you so much for sticking with us through a 2-hour stream. It didn't really feel like 2 hours. I feel like we all had a good time. Chat, if you had a good time, let us know.
And thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for showing up. I know the first stream wasn't as lively because the Cushion was just coming back. But the viewers, like, we basically just tripled our viewers. So, like, shout out to you guys. We're gonna find out, different ways to make the stream better and get back to the Young Guns magic, 100%. Bro. Yeah, 100%. We're gonna make the stream as good as we can.
YouTube blessed me. They didn't realize it by
24
having
hour
the channel
stream.
be.
That would be so funny. We did that one day. Oh my god.
How would I do? I would
24
have to
hour
stream from my phone, right? Because it's like I gotta go places. I would have to stream from my phone.
Well, I would have to take a day off of work and just be here all day. Bobby Skinner did it. Oh my god, I can't believe Bobby did it. Bobby did it. Bad Dog always does it.
I'll tell you this right now. If the Giants
Longhorns.
if they get, stop it. I don't even watch college football like that. Yeah, it's just a really fun way to point.
He's marching for Arch right now. He's marching for Arch.
If
or
the
maybe
Giants
he's arching
win,
for Arch.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna ban you. Matter of fact, he's gone. All right. We're not dealing with this foolishness today. Y'all taking this too far. Eli's my co-host. I was gonna say, if the Giants win 6 or more games, KB, which was my pessimistic take last week, I was like, nah, I think we're winning 6 games. If they win 6 or more games, I'll do a 24-hour stream.
If
the reason I put it out there is because they're not winning 6 or more games.
Clip this right now. If the Giants win more than 6 games, we will do a Young Guns 24-hour stream. That's
matter
right.
Of fact, for that stream, we'll be called the Old Guns.
Yeah,
I'll make the
Unk Guns.
The Unk Guns. I'll make like a fake intro for that, the Unk Guns podcast. But they not winning more than 6 games, buddy. I'm gonna let y'all know right now.
Yeah,
they
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Winning more than 6 games.
What if they win 6?
But that's out there.
What if they win 6? What if they push? What if it's a push? Fuck it, we'll do it anyway. We'll do this 24 hour stream.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll do it. Fuck it, we'll do it. I kind of want to do it. Let's do it.
Who do you think we are?
And we gotta have guests on the channel, Laura. We gotta have have you as a guest.
That would make. We
gotta have guests.
That would make it pass by for sure.
We gotta have guests on the channel. We gotta put Lauren down.
Listen, we'll have guests. I'll start sharing my stream of me playing like a random game of 2K or something. I gotta pass the time, guys. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, I'll be on that Battlefield 6 or something, or Madden. If I ever decide to get Madden, I don't think I'm gonna get it this year, but listen, I don't know.
All right, y'all heard it there, ma'am. But once again, thank you guys so much. You guys have been an incredible audience. Absolutely great chat. It was really fun tonight, and we got to carry this energy over. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us. So much for tuning in and coming back. Make sure, if you haven't already, go into the description. KB is there. I added him, which is really convenient now on YouTube. You can just click the get to his channel, subscribe, and follow everywhere that you need to. Thank you guys so much. KB, any words before we go out?
Yeah, man. Again, guys, we are back. You know, it feels so good to be back. It's been 2 years since we consistently did this, and it's crazy how you guys are still here 2 years later. Like, it's insane. So the support is awesome, guys. Like I said, we're gonna try to make Young Guns the best New York Giants podcast ever. And we're gonna keep going strong with this. But even though the Giants are absolute ass, but we'll still be here every single week, giving you guys the best energy possible. We're still, keeping us young. All right, keeping us young, baby.
All right. Yeah.
But thank you guys so much again. And I would say go Giants, but I'm gonna win some money betting against them this week. So
I'm gonna end it off with Fire Shamboing.
Yeah.
Holla at your boy. Peace out.
See you guys later.